Welcome back, guys. This is going to be my third interview with one of our local players. For today, I have Scobo. Hello.
Hello, Anthony.
Hello. No, thanks for coming on. Um,
Thank,
yes,
hello. Thanks.
you're my third guest. So I think people probably know who you are, but you want to just give a slight introduction to yourself?
Hello. I'm Scobo. My actual name is Jimmy. Um, I play Rob, and I've been in the scene for almost 4 years now.
Yep, yep. Do you want to maybe tell like what your I suppose most recent result is at a major?
I got I got fourth of Phantom.
Nice. That's pretty good. All right. So okay, Scobo for our first question. So typically, I've asked the other two people like how they got to Smash, and we'll get into that as well. But for a unique thing with you, can you tell me about your tag origin?
Uh,
Actually, because
okay.
where's Scobo jump copter? Like, what is the origin? What is the origin of both of these like words?
Okay. So I used to share my Switch with my brother. So we both got 5 letters of the tag, and so the name on the Switch was Scobo Jimmy. My half was obviously Jimmy, and his half was Scobo. So you know Scott Morrison, the Prime Minister, he was nicknamed ScoMo.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yep, my brother's name was Scott, so then he
Oh,
nicknamed himself Scobo. This is when he was like 10.
yep.
So yeah, that's where that part came from. Um, Jum was just a nickname I had as a kid, and then the copter bit is from my old Discord tag. It wasn't always just Scobo. It used to be Mr. Mustache the helicopter. The Mr. Mustache bit is like pretty obvious. Um,
Okay, I see
but
that. Yeah.
the helicopter part used to be because my mic used to be really awful, and someone said it sounded like a helicopter, and they said I should add that into the tag. So then, for some reason, I put those three things together. I have no idea why, I just did. I was like 14, and then now it's really funny.
Yeah. Wait, I heard half the story, so I actually did not hear the other half, and it makes sense now that your brother is called Scott. Actually,
What does that make sense? What do you mean?
because when I thought of Scobo, I also used to think of ScoMo as well. Like, actually, but I'm like, wait, your name's not Scott though, because I always thought your name was Scott when we first started. Actually, um, I mean,
That's just
I
really
suppose.
funny.
Do you want to explain the second, the other part? Like, I mean, you're famously referred to as Jimmy Schofield, but or, like, where does
Oh
Schofield
my
come from?
god.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was they were making the player
All right,
just
and
your tag, your actual name.
wait. Can you
And
repeat the last 30 last 10 seconds you cut out?
oh yeah, sorry. It came from the actual when they were making the player cards, they put your actual name on it.
Yep.
So they, of course they had my first name Jimmy, and then they thought my last name was Schofield because Mod he heard Zach call me Scoey, which never happened. He would have just misheard him calling me Scobo. And then he said, or he concluded that must be my last name is Schofield. And the craziest thing is, they like double checked that my first name was Jimmy with Zach, but they didn't confirm my last name. They just sent it. So now it's just really funny. But they
Okay.
ended up correcting it on the player card.
Yep. 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 No, that's. I mean, no, I remember this happening, but I just can't. Yeah, that's just such a funny origin. Um,
I can't believe it's actually real.
but it's kind of stuck, and I think it's. I mean, I don't know if you think it is, but I think it's pretty funny. So
Oh, it's hilarious.
yeah. All right.
Way
No,
more people,
yeah, that's
way
kind
more
of
people know me as Schofield than like my actual name.
yeah. All right. So that's a cool introduction, like I suppose tag introduction. But yeah, we'll go into the traditional, like how I suppose like how did you get into Smash? Which games you start with? Like were you fan of Nintendo beforehand, and you're like, oh, that's that cool game with the characters and all that. Like, how'd you get into Smash?
My first console was a 3DS, but I never actually had Smash 4.
Okay.
So I am a huge Nintendo fan. I bought a Switch in like 2019. And then Christmas of the same year, I got Smash. I just played it casually, and then I turned into like the biggest Elite Smash warrior. Like there was mentions of me in AOT before I ever joined the scene, which is really funny.
Damn, what year was it? Was this at launch?
No, I got Smash for 2019 Christmas. I was
Okay,
an Elite Warrior in like 2020, early 2021.
okay, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Is that? 'Cause I'm assuming. Did you buy it? Did you have the Switch beforehand, or did you? Was it
No,
like
I
a
got
new?
the Switch in like September of 2019.
Okay, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I mean, shockingly, that so
And
far that's your like the newest. I suppose like the latest incomer because the other two guys actually played quite a bit beforehand that I've interviewed. So
um, but yeah, I played Elite Smash like every day. I was
mm,
a ridiculous Elite Smash warrior. And then so one day I wanted to enter tournaments because I was farming Elite Smash.
okay.
That was literally my thought process.
Yep.
And I had no idea how. And Issa made a video about the Smash World Tour, which had the website StartGG. So then I went to that website to look for like Wi-Fi tournaments. And the first one I found for an Australian Wi-Fi tournament was a once-off tournament that was called Hate to See It Fridays. It was a
Okay.
parody tournament off of Love to See It Fridays that ran one time only. Um, it was ran by Biggie Dubs.
Biggie Dubs. Do I remember? Oh, who's Biggie Dubs? Okay.
They were from South Australia, just a Wi-Fi warrior.
Okay.
They might be banned. I have no idea.
Okay. No, I don't recall this name if I'm honest. But all right. So that was your first tournament. Do you remember how you did in it? Like your first
I
like.
went 3-2.
Oh,
I beat
okay.
the first seed.
Which
At the
was.
it was Sags.
Oh my God, Sags. Okay, that's a throwback.
Yeah, I played Carol at the time, and people legitimately thought I was Malakoff's alt,
Okay,
which is really funny.
that is pretty.
Because I also beat Andrew Lin,
Oh yeah.
who's like an alright player.
Yep.
Because when I joined the scene, I was already okay.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
like
yeah,
going off the bat strong already. So
yeah.
assuming you probably played a lot of Wi-Fi tournaments beforehand. Before, I mean, this was
Yeah,
like during COVID time,
since
right?
this was 2021, like June, so yeah,
Yeah.
in COVID.
Yeah.
And then like from that day onwards, I entered Wi-Fi tournaments a bunch,
Yep.
like 6-ish months
Yep.
before going to a local.
Yeah. Did you want to go to locals earlier, but just couldn't because they didn't exist at the time? Like, because I mean, like, so we're in lockdown, or
For a bit, but not for that long. Like, cause I was still only like 14.
yeah.
I wasn't like really sure like how it would be.
Hmm.
But then like other people like Wash and Mick15 who also were active at Wi-Fi at the time like encouraged it
Yep.
and said I should go. So then
Okay.
like me and Zach we both went to the same first local, which was a temple.
Yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, so I pulled up your history a bit and yeah, you went to four events in 2021. I don't know if you remember them all. Like I suppose you want to
What?
talk to me about your first temple, like well, your first tournament, which was a temple.
Uh yeah,
Oh,
s- I think my mic just cut out, but
yeah, it's okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
just
sorry. Yeah, my parents also weren't sure like how it would be,
hmm.
like how the people would be either. So they were like a bit like worried and they ended up like sticking around for a bit, but ended up being okay. I think my round one was Danklin, like
Yep.
absolutely destroyed me. And then I beat Mad Rossetti, which was just like fine. And I lost to We Toxic Few, which was last at game three, which was a
Oh,
bit
okay.
sad for my first local. And then there was Amis, which like I didn't even know was a thing going into this. And I was just like a quiet kid, so I thought it was like it was like good. I ended up winning
Okay.
because I lost my round one to Ignis. I got six stocked. And then I made it back to Grands, beating like Macarp and Wash and losers.
Yep.
And Ignis had left. He was in winner side Grand and he
Oh,
was
okay.
just gone.
Okay.
And then for winning, Mardo gave me a cookie,
Oh,
which
that's
was
very nice.
cool.
Yeah, okay.
But it was really fun. The first local.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, the environment was good.
Yeah, okay. Do you remember anything else about the first couple of locals that you went to? They're mainly just temples, right? And like
Yeah,
maybe there was
the
a
Super
sunshine there.
Sunshines.
Yeah.
I think I went to the first Sunshine back,
Yeah.
which I almost made out of pools, but I lost to Leshy. I
Yes.
think that
Yes.
was really cursed. I got like 2 DQ wins,
Hmm.
so it was a bit stupid. But I think in my first few locals, I didn't talk to that much people. I just talked to people I know, already knew
Yep.
from like online mostly. But it was still like fun to see people actually play the game offline. It was a bit weird getting used to the game offline though, but
Yeah. Okay.
it was obviously fun because I'm still here.
Yeah. 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 I mean, like, from what I saw, like, right, like your first couple events, like you're already like not, your like loss quality is already like quite good for like someone starting out. I don't think you ever went O2. Um,
I've never been O2
O2, yeah,
offline.
you've never gone off O2, but like
Well,
it's your first couple of events still not really beating anyone, but like the loss quality is okay. Like it's still a strong start. Um,
yeah.
yeah, but uh, I mean, yeah, 2021 ends, and 2022 starts, and one of your I feel like your first like pretty good tournament is like Sunshine Smash 8, where you top 8 this event. Do you remember anything about this event?
Oh yeah, I remember this. This was my first top at any event ever actually.
Yes, yes, it was.
Um, so it was pretty exciting. I think I lost to Psycho in winners,
Yep.
and that was a bit sad because I hit him with a side beat off stage, but I died off the bottom before he died off the side, and that was like a huge comeback for game two.
Yep.
But um, so then I got sent to losers, which I can't remember who I had first, but then I played radio to make it out of pools.
Yep. That's right.
I think this was the first time I ever played them, and I think I just won. I won 2-0, not much of anything, and it made people like say all these like things like I'm the better Robin, whatever, which was a bit funny.
Yep.
Um, and after that, he also made a tweet saying I didn't play like myself today, or something like that, which
Okay.
was really funny, and that made the win extra good. I won't lie. And then after that, I played Corvid, who I think I had lost to
Yes.
before.
Yep. But you won this one.
I won. Yeah, he started PT and swapped to Aegis. And then he also got extremely mad after losing, made a salt tweet talking about how Ivysaur sucks. And I wasn't in the Gambler at this point, but he had a field day.
Yeah. I mean, he would have been your first like pretty damn good win, right? Like Corvid's still probably pretty
I might
close.
have beat Zav first
Oh, I know
at a
you did.
Rambat. I don't know if that was before or after this.
Yeah. Okay. No, you might be right. I actually don't know who at this point is considered better. They're pretty equal at this point. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I beat him,
Yeah. You beat him 3-1.
and then next is Tin Man,
Yep.
who at the Super Sunshine I lost to Leshat. I beat Tin Man in Amis there as well.
Okay.
So I have like played him well in Amis, so it's like sort of real, but I felt like kind of confident going into it because I beat him on Wi-Fi as well. I think I also won 3-1.
Yep.
And I like popped off a bit because it was kind of crazy to make top 8. Is I don't even know what seed I was. I would have been like pretty low.
Yep.
Um, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got absolutely owned by Polyrhythm.
Yeah, interesting. Like, I just didn't realize you guys like had. I mean, the overlap makes sense, but like, and I feel like this was probably Polyrhythm's like best event I reckon they probably ever had. But like, what happened here? Like, I mean, Polyrhythm was good, but like 3-0ing you. I mean, at this point you're all right. So like, what happened? Like, why was Polyrhythm like 3-0'd you?
They pressed boomerang, nair, and roll, and nothing else, and I had
Yep.
no idea what to do.
Is it a matchup you think Rob struggles in, or like, or you just didn't know how to play it?
No, I just hadn't played it that much,
Yep.
and like, um, I think I was already like fulfilled enough with the run.
Yep.
Like I went down 2-0, and then game 3 was close, but I was still just like super locked out because like I probably could have at least won game 3, but I didn't
Yep.
really even care. And then yeah, afterwards it was a bit sad because if I won, I would have had Zav, who
Yep.
I think I did beat at the Rambat before, so
Yes,
I
yeah, that's
thought I
right.
could have
Yeah.
even won again. But it's like I'm definitely happy with the seventh, and it was like my first good tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I saw. So I was like, all right, I think this is probably the time when people start, probably everyone knows you. I mean, like maybe everyone did know you already, but it's like, all right, now I don't know. It feels like you get top eight on a monthly, especially at this point where Vic is. I feel like early 2022 like is like pretty strong in terms of like everyone's kind of playing, everyone's come back. So like top eight on monthly is pretty hard. Um, so that was good. Um, so yeah, I mean, you go to a few more events here and there. Like you still like you're consistently placing like top seventh at like temples around this time. And then maybe like 13th at monthlies. But it feels like um, you have a. I can't tell if it's the bet. Let's have a look actually. Yeah, so no, just before your first major, you get second at. You get your first top three at a local, which is another temple. I don't know if you remember this one, but you get second because you beat Zav again. But
Yeah.
you lose to L twice. But like, I suppose like, did you have any like thoughts on like, getting your first top three finish, getting your first payout?
I remember the payout was sick because I think I made winners finals, so I was like
Yeah.
already like guaranteed the payout. And I was very happy with that. But I was also happy with the Zav win. But at the time, I think me and Zav were going pretty close because I won at the Rambat, and then another temple he beat me game five last hit, and then I think this was the next set afterwards,
Yeah.
which I like actually owned him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he like SD'd his stocks because he just had given up, which was also like back then I used to make people salt out so much, and it was so funny.
So you already felt you're already like laughing already back early 2022 when you what 14, 15 already.
Yeah, I've been the same person
Yeah.
the whole time. Salt is funny, and
Yeah.
then I think L like he absolutely owned me. I had no idea how to play this matchup, and I've been playing Seb for a long time. He was
Yeah.
like, I just got owned.
Yeah. Do you, like
But
what made him so difficult like compared because like Zav and L
he,
are like
he
relatively similar level players at this point. So like what was the
L actually had a very good record on me like the whole time. He's like all time he's very positive on me.
Mhm.
Um, he is like one of the only people who's willing to just not deal with like because I've always played similar where I stay back and I like shoot gyros and use fairs to stuff out approaches. He'll just sit there. He's willing to just do nothing and wait for me to be the one to have to approach, which was always like something that I struggled to deal with. And he was also very good at adapting to like the flow chart and stuff.
Mhm.
So I think I was like reverse 3-0'd by him like twice.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was no one else willing to play as slow as him, or at least like with a non-projectile character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure what to do.
No, that makes that sounds a lot like him actually. So I mean I feel like that's everyone's experience versus him, but like I mean yeah, some people have it versus him and some people just don't. So I mean yeah, I suppose you
I was
yeah sorry
I
go on.
wasn't really sure like how to like improve versus him either because I could only practice versus him because there's no one else like him either that I could
Mm,
like try to practice against.
yeah.
Even like vods, if there's no one like him.
Yeah. Okay. Um. So yeah. So I mean yeah, you get a pretty good result there. Top three. Obviously, get in the photo. Get on the Vic Smash post. People can see what you look like now. That's kind of cool. Um. And yeah, I suppose like we've had a full season results here. So I don't know if you remember. Um. No, I believe you would have debuted it as a HMs at the show, like your
I
first ever
did,
showcase. Yeah, so
yeah.
but that was not many events that you went to be fair, so it's a bit hard to it's if you don't get to too much stuff and you don't do spectacularly well, you're kind of screwed. But just before BAM, I can't remember. I don't know if you remember VPS X. You debut technically your debut on the showcase is 26. Like
Yeah.
do you remember this? Like how did you feel like
I
debut? It was
was
a pretty high number. Like to be
I
honest.
was pretty happy because I remember like they revealed the things one by one as well.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think I was directly like one above Zach and Wash. which was
Yeah.
also like kind of cool because I was like friends with them as well. But it was like 26 felt very high to like debut, I guess, and it was very cool. Like being like base or like being very close to top 25 felt like very like I don't know if surreal is the right word, but it was like going from Wi-Fi to then like top 26 in Victoria very quickly. Like it was very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty high. Like most people don't debut that high, like when they're like that new. And like yeah, I suppose like you want to be you're probably pretty happy because yeah, I mean you and Zach were obviously compared a lot, and debuting higher than Zach and Wash must have felt yeah, like I said, must have felt alright. Um, but yeah, like I said, we'll get straight into it because it's like I said, yeah, this was debuted during the BAM week, I believe. Yeah, one by one, and you know, BAM's your first major. I don't know like how much you're looking forward to it. If you've heard of BAM before, I don't know if you watched the. Did you watch the first BAM, the one Ben Gold one?
No, I did not. I had not watched a single tournament before I joined the scene.
Okay, yeah. So, but like, did you kind of know what to expect, or like, how are you feeling before this tournament happened?
I was excited. I didn't really know what to expect. I was like, before the event, I was probably hoping to make it out of pools.
Yeah. Do you remember what
As
seed you
like
were?
97, 96.
Okay, so you were seeded to drown still this tournament. Yeah.
I wasn't even seeded for 65th, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
I might have been actually.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
might have been barely.
yeah. I mean, 97. If you're 97th seed, you're seeded to not even get 65th.
Yeah, I think I was seeded for 65th, maybe.
Okay.
I know I was seeded to lose to stacked. I know that.
Okay. Okay. Um, but yeah, you go to this tournament. That's really exciting. Like this is our large. I think it's still our largest tournament ever. Um,
Yeah.
but probably, I mean, yeah, like you just told me your seed there, but like I don't know, was this the result you wanted? Because it felt like I don't know, it felt like a little
Okay.
bit of an underperformance
At,
this
at
tournament.
the time, it did feel quite bad.
Yeah.
Because well, I did beat Stacked, and I actually
Yes,
like
that's
owned
pretty funny.
him.
Yeah.
Like it was not close at all, which was good at the time. Because I lost to Harry in winners, which was like
Yes.
that's fine. And then I beat Stack straight after, which was scary because he lost to like Dogovet or something. So I could have just lost to him and like got 129th.
Yep.
But I beat him, and then I have Siktorn, who
Yes.
I've never heard of. I have no idea who this guy is,
Yep.
and
Tell me more about him. Like, do you even know like what he's doing these days?
I know who he is now.
Yep.
But I lost to him game three last set. He played Terry. I was very sad at the time.
Hmm.
Um, but then afterwards, I like tried to look up who he is, and this was like his second ever tournament. And at his oh well, it might have been like more than his second because Sydney used challenge at the time, but it was his
Yep.
second tournament on Start GG. And his first tournament, he beat Phoebe, Chipotle, and Dugongs to get ninth at like a 75 person monthly in Sydney.
Yep.
So then I'm just like, all right, that's awesome. Like, so now I don't really feel bad about the loss because this was just some random freak who spawned in.
But I don't feel like he's done much after. Like I feel like this guy disappeared off the face of the earth
No,
after
he
that.
came out of nowhere and then disappeared. I think he plays like HDR now. He's like not totally gone, but he doesn't play. I haven't seen him play Ultimate like at all.
Yeah. I mean, could you describe like I suppose his Terry a little bit? Like, do you remember how he played? Like, why? Like, I just don't.
I remember losing a stock at 20% to getting back throw, and then he like buffered power dunk and he spiked me with it. I died at 20.
Yeah. Okay. Like.
I think the set ended with a power geyser.
Mhm.
I got shield broken by like the down tilt up tilt power geyser thing like earlier. So then I tried to spot dodge it. I mistimed it and then I lost the set. And I was pretty sad.
Yeah, like, did you feel anything like you've mentioned these two names before already? It's like Zach and Wash, and these guys did have pretty good tournaments, um, at this tournament, like for their debut major. I believe Wash makes it out winner's side because he beats Flo, and Zach obviously made the
Yeah,
run to whatever he got. I think he got 17th, like
I think it was 25th, but yeah.
25th, because and he beats Loco as well, like while he's at it. Like, did it I don't know. Did you like were you like happy for them as well? Like you like, do you wish
I
you
think
could
I
have
was
gone to
more
them?
happy than
Yeah.
sad because it was like the two separate days.
Hmm.
It was after like the first day, it was more so just like seeing how they would do rather than just like being sad about myself now.
Yeah.
But definitely on the day one, like seeing them make it out and like meet Drain was a bit like um I guess like dissatisfying.
Yeah. Okay. And to be honest, it was probably, I don't know if you felt it, but like it would be a while until you would enter your next major. But I suppose when you're like new, like just going to tournaments is kind of exciting. Like like you probably don't care too much about waiting for the next major at this point.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think I did.
yeah, just want to keep going like to tournaments and like yeah, after this, you do start finding like quite consistently like pretty high placements at tournaments right here. Your results slowly like improve just over time. They just like literally keep improving. They don't you don't really like have like a dip yet. Um, so like couple yeah actually in a few months later you would win your first tournament. Like I don't know if you remember this one. It's another temple.
It was over Bradley.
Yeah, over DD. Do you like I don't know? Did you have anything? I mean, to be fair, it was DD's Kazuya, but like I don't know. Were you like happy like winning a
Oh,
tournament over a PR player?
I was happy, but it was also his Kazuya,
Yeah,
so it was like less impressive to me. But of course, I was still happy to win a tournament.
yeah.
Um, but at the time, I was like very confident into Kazuya because I don't think I had lost to one yet.
Okay.
Like, I think Zach had started to pick him up by at this point, but I hadn't lost to it, and like any other Kazuyas, I'd always done well into. So it was like, if I beat his warrior, I probably would have like completely freaked out. But just beating his Kazuya was still nice, of course, and to win was good.
Yeah, like be honest, probably got a bit lucky this tournament because I
Because I
didn't.
dodged
Yeah,
you.
because you dodged me because I can't beat Kazuya for the life of me. So you don't have to play me. So you played DD twice instead of playing me, and you're able to like win this event. But like I don't know, like winning first tournament, like you can only beat the people in front of you, and like let's say I was hopeless versus Kazuya, so I don't know. There, you take your free W there. Um, but like I suppose it's probably not like it was a pretty cool win, but you know,
Well, yeah, I think any local that's your first win
yeah,
is like
it's gonna
cool.
be pretty satisfying. Um, so I was gonna like supposed to segue into like we'll talk about a little bit about your like play style at this point, right? So at this point we have we'll go into more depth about the other guys later, but we have quite a few robots running around in Victoria, um, and like I suppose like what did you think like you did well compared to like Rob's like a Rob around your skill level and like where do you think was like the next step to like I know taking your Rob to like the next level like because I know people had the different opinions of like how you and Radio and Mod and Seb would play like what did you do what do you think you did well compared to the other guys at this point.
I think I was probably the best at like, well, I don't know. Well, I was like the most neutral focused.
Yep.
Like Radio was like the most like gyro and stuff focused. He would like kill you with the combos, and Seb would just kill you by being Seb.
Yep.
I still don't know how he does it. And me and Mod were kind of similar. I think at this time we were probably like, oh, he's not probably a bit better than me, but we were like close-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I've always been like the most neutral focused and the one who just mashes fair. I think that's definitely like my signature thing, probably compared
Yeah.
to the other ones.
Yep. It was
But
always like this. You think? Were you always mashing fair from day one?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I think like at the time I th the pathway it's was I had to like get all of these like these crazy gyro things and crazy advantage. Which I
Yeah.
think obviously my advantage has improved, but I've still largely been like the same neutral style. I haven't like I'm still the same play style. I haven't like gotten the crazy advantage that the other Robs had still.
Yeah. Do you feel like, well, the just difference now is like, I suppose if you get that opportunity, you can just execute on it rather than before. It's like, well,
Well, I'm
if
obviously better.
yeah,
But I do the basic things. I don't really know like the more complicated things that well.
Yep.
And with like not without gyro, just like reads and stuff, I think Seb is still definitely better at that. But he just plays way more risky in general. I'm definitely like way more safe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Like I said, we'll go into the other guys a bit more later on. Like I suppose we've ran through a few more events. But just another segue. So I mean, at this point, I mean it's very synonymous now. But even very early on, you and Zach were like basically, you guys were a pairing, right? In fact, people thought you were brothers.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if someone else made that up or if you guys kept saying that. But
No,
people were.
we never like even we didn't make it up. We never said anything about it. I'm pretty sure it was Cinder who made it up because she was at the first time we were both at. We were
Yep.
like we looked we back then we were like a similar height and Zach's hair was less curly and he wore glass instead of contacts.
Yep.
And of course we both had like the face mask covering half our faces. So
Yep.
we looked a lot more similar and we were like only talking to each other. So she thought we were brothers.
Okay, and then
Which it's then she spread it and then other people thought it was true.
yep.
We never said it was true.
Okay, actually, I didn't know that was the origin, but I do remember. I think everyone like Vic scene back then does remember that. There was a rumor that you guys were brothers. Um,
Yeah.
but what I suppose, yeah, like I'm assuming you guys know each other beforehand, and like,
We knew each other from Wi-Fi. We didn't know each
yeah,
other before the Smash scene.
yeah, but like, and I suppose a bit of a rivalry. But yeah, I suppose you want to just talk about like how you met Zach, and you said like you went to your first tournament with him. Like, what was the I suppose
Okay.
like why'd you meet and like how was your like relationship with him at this
So
point?
there was a Wi-Fi tournament. There was in a server called Stardust Domain,
Yep.
and this was pretty much where like the whole of our friend group like came together.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was Wi-Fi tournaments on, of course, but like me, Zach, Wash, like a meme god.
Mm-hmm.
And even people from New South Wales like Nitron and Morgone, we all used it as like a social server to just talk in.
Yep.
And then like from there we made like our own like private servers and so on. So that's that's pretty much it. We talked to each other like it was in COVID like remote learning, so we talked to each other all the time in there. So yeah, I was like it was good to have like someone to like know, I guess, more like to go at with the offline with first rather than just like people I barely know at all.
Yeah. Okay. And like I suppose did you? Well, just with Zach in particular, like was it? I mean, obviously you guys are friends, right? But like how much did you care about beating him, or how much did he care about beating you? Because I suppose at this point you're still like very dominant on him, like in tournament. But like did that? I don't know. Did you guys like fuel each other at this point, or was it just like did you just want to like? Were you just playing more for yourself rather than like trying to be better than your
Well,
friend?
at the time, I just thought I was just like better than him.
Okay.
So then I was just like winning. I wasn't like a goal to be better than Zach. It just sort
Yep.
of happened
Yep.
at this time. And I think at this point I was probably for the most part better than him.
Hmm.
But then it kind of just like happened like that. Like I was never a goal like I need to be better than Zach
Yep.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
just kind of like cool, I guess, that it happened.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, like I said, I mean, not too much after this. I suppose we enter probably a bit of a unique situation for you. We enter a tournament where this is your very high seed for a very large tournament. So we have the Vic Arcadian 2 with like just a fuck ton of entrants.
Yeah.
First opportunity to get a big payday. I believe you were either third or fourth or maybe fifth seed of this tournament. Do you remember?
I was lower. I think I
Oh,
was
you're
like
lower than us.
seventh.
Oh, you're seventh seed. Okay, never mind. Which is, I mean, that's still a top eight seed. Um, but how did you feel about this event? Like, were you like more nervous at this event than other events, or
Going
what?
into it, I was pretty confident because I thought I had a decent chance of winning.
Sure.
Because
Yep.
it was the temple beforehand. It was dead weak, but I did beat Johnny Jodo on mains, which he
Okay.
was
Yep.
obviously like the first
Seed.
seed.
Yes. Very
And then
likely.
also I think Bamboozler, he was like seed six. I
Mhm.
beat him at a Super Sunshine. Um, so I felt like pretty confident. If I got like the right run, I could win the
Mhm.
event, I think.
Yep. but I mean, you don't win the event. In fact, you underperform. This is like I feel like one of your first like pretty big underperformances, like which is pretty rare from you, right? You've always even at this point you don't typically place below seed, but um, yeah, you don't do too spectacular. You get 13 for this event. Um, like I suppose like we're disappointed. Like you lose to like two pretty good players, like two players that made top eight, but um, even by this point, right? Were you beating like P9 or
Uh, we went 1-1.
yeah?
Like he won the first set, I won the second set, and then I went down 1-5.
Okay.
So I was not doing well into him.
Yep.
He was like one of the two people that I was thinking like if I need to like improve, I need to beat P9 and Wootkins. Those were the two people. Still have not worked out one of them.
Yep. And
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, he would at that time he was pretty dominant on me.
Okay.
And then Milk Meme, he was
Yep.
just like a player that I always thought was just like he's the GOAT. Like no matter like what seed he is, he's just like probably better than me. And he ended up beating me. I think it was like 3-1.
Yep.
Uh yeah, it was like I knew I underperformed, but it wasn't that bad because I thought the players I lost to were like probably better than me. And Milk Meme is still like he's good.
Yep.
Like it's fine. But if I did beat Milk Meme, I had Ice Banana, I'm pretty sure,
Yep.
which would have been like the freest thing ever. So that was pretty sad to like miss the free top eight.
Yep.
But it was alright.
Yeah. Okay. No,
And then
that's
seeing Bamboozler win also made me tilted because I thought he was a noob.
okay. Yeah, I mean, he did kind of have like the perfect run for him probably. Like yeah, like I said, he avoids you. Um, he avoids Wootkins, which I think probably could have done some damage to him. Avoids Johto.
Yeah,
Does he get?
he was VOD reviewing Wootkins like in the crowd while
Yes.
waiting for like the bracket to catch up.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember that because he thought he was gonna have to play. He was gonna play Wookins, but Naru actually shut him down. Naru because Naru has a good tournament, like a really good tournament. This one. Um, but I suppose that's what one of the like larger tournaments of this season. Um, there's a season in between this. I can't remember what rank you get like after 26. You might have got
I
like
think I was 20th.
20th. Yeah, that sounds about right. But from this season actually, like the one with the Arcadian in it, you actually get 12th. Which it's your first HMs. Um, I suppose like yeah like just the you keep on jumping through right like how I don't know what like was your reaction to like getting like you're basically kissing PR right you're literally one spot away actually because it is an 11-man PR. Um, I know how did you feel
Yeah,
like just leaping all these people like at the
I
same.
was very happy with like 12th as the rank.
Yeah.
Like that was like doing um I was very happy with like how it was going. And even like towards like the start of the season when people like doing predictions, people like putting me as like 10th and whatever. I ended up dropping off a bit. But that was still like very crazy to think like how close I am to like PR. And at the time, was a bit annoying to miss out on PR because if I remember, like I didn't have any top level wins,
Mm-hmm.
but like I was just solid all throughout.
Yeah.
And then Flo, who was 11th, made PR with the one rank above me. His monthlies were terrible, but he had the wins.
Yeah.
So
He
it
also
felt
had
a
he had
bit
the
like
big cheese as well, which he did well.
yeah,
Yeah.
which felt like I think I remember it was P9 like argued that like this made no sense, which it was like a bit annoying at the time because they released it like day by day, like they did 40 to 30,
yeah. Yep.
and then like 30 to 20, and then on the next day, I was like wondering if I would either be in the next one for PR or be in this one, but I
Yep.
ended up missing out, and I was happy, but I did wish for PR.
Yeah, and funny thing enough, so at this point, I'm on the panel actually, and I do remember this one. This is actually one of the few ones I remember because this season's almost like my peak as well. This is like the one I get 10th. Um, but I do remember actually out of the other three guys, I was actually I was thinking I wanted you to be 12th, but I wanted to extend the PR to 12 because this is the time period where we have longer PRs. because I believe the season before this was like 13, and the one before that was 14. Um,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's
the
right.
main thing was why everyone above you was like better is because like they had the one good like big tournament performance at least, and the Arcadian was held against you. Like
Yeah,
probably getting like seventh, maybe fifth at that tournament probably gets you like the spot. You might not change the placement, but it does get you PR probably at that point. I do remember that being the argument. Um, I suppose I'll tell you that now. Um, so that was probably the difference maker. But like I said, you're like very consistent at this point still. Not quite getting the top level wins. Um, but I mean, yeah, you're basically getting consistently top three at like temples right now, right? Like not really. You're just beating the fuck out of Zach every single time. You're even beating people like Harry at this time, which is
yeah.
quite good. But yeah, all right. That season's over. Few tournaments in between, but I suppose the next thing we want to jump to is you have your first interstate major. I suppose like how fun was the experience here? Was the action one? Like how fun was it like having to travel? Like how did you get there? Did you drive or did you like
I
get the
drove with my family.
yeah
Um, because I was 15 at the time, I think.
yeah
But yeah, my dad wasn't like comfortable with me going by myself or anything, so
yeah
we drove, and it turned into just like a whole family holiday, basically.
yeah okay like what just have a family holiday like did you stop anywhere in between camp like stop for like
Um,
staying a night or did you
I
just
think we stopped in Wangaratta on the way there.
what stay the night there?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
is that fun?
then we didn't do anything. We just slept. We
Okay.
because we left I we left like pretty late, so we couldn't have driven like the whole way. I don't remember exactly, but like we couldn't have driven the whole way there, so we had to stop there and then drive the rest in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, the drive there sucked.
Okay. All right.
And then but the tournament itself is really good.
Yeah. How was it meeting like I suppose like all the homies at this point? Is this your first time meeting like the extended friend group from other like basically most of them from New
From
South Wales,
other
right?
states.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it was the first time.
yeah, was this like I suppose this was like planned, right? Like you guys like oh we should all go to this
It
one,
was
right?
in the school holidays, and most of us were in school at the time, so it was like we all like asked to go and just all ended up working out.
Yeah. And like how did it feel like is it your first time like meeting like Morgone and like Unpheasant?
Yeah, it was. It was to that point. It was probably like my favorite like weekend of my life.
Okay. Yeah.
It was, yeah, it was really
That's
fun.
cute. Yeah.
I meet everyone. I had a really good time. Yeah,
Yeah.
even just like of that ignoring the tournament.
Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah. I mean, that's good. I mean, the first interstate major is always like it's always a kind of a surreal experience, right? Like talking to people that you've known for a long time, and you see them in person, you're just like, wait, that's weird. I remember actually, my first interstate tournament. I stayed with Beet actually. I talked to Beet for ages, and I don't know. I just found that it was like, damn, I'm seeing these guys now, which is crazy. But this tournament, you do pretty well at actually, like pretty good. Like I suppose improvement from your last major. I believe you get 17th, and you do take
Yeah, I did get
yeah, and
17th.
you do take out a few people, like a few notables on the way out, right? So you like I suppose you want to talk about your run here, like who you beat and who you lost
Alright.
to, like
In pools, I beat Kit,
yep,
and then he was angry. It was a bit funny, but that's about it.
yep,
And then I had Dugongs,
mm-hmm.
who was a bit scary going into it, but I played games with Connor beforehand, and I was like, I thought I probably should win.
Okay,
And then I lose game one and like a JV2.
okay,
And then game two, I'm down like a whole stock, and he does like a fist pump to the crowd.
all right,
And then from that point on, he takes one stock and I take five. So yeah, that's a bit of karma.
yeah,
But yeah, game three or game two, sorry, I was very much like I was pretty scared to get like upset while down like the whole stock.
mm-hmm.
And like in my like brain, I was freaking out a bit. But
Wait,
then
so were
after
you
I
seeded
got
to
him
win
to
this
his
match?
last, sorry.
Were you seeded to win this match?
Yeah, it was like say 25 versus 35 roughly.
Okay, okay.
Um, so yeah, I was after I got into the last stock, I like calmed down a bit, and I ended up winning. Um, and then game three was like a total blowout. It was
Mm-hmm.
like a JV3.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like the first stock was pretty close, and then the second stock I owned him, and then I like calmed down,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, it's over. Which
Yeah.
I was happy to make it at winner's side. It was as
Yeah.
seeded, but it was also just like a relief.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's I. That's I mean, if it first time, even if it's like kind of expected to happen, it's like still like yeah, like I said, it's a relief, right? At least you get to go
Because
in it.
it was on stream as well. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. Damn, I don't feel like Dugongs has a good track record on stream for day one matches. Like just from my experience, maybe you should stop going on them. But yeah, you want to start? We can start with day two, I suppose. Like you do that. I mean, you do doubles after. I suppose that was fun. But the famous
uh,
gif of you and
the
Morgan.
GIF,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Can you wait? What happened there?
I didn't know he was trying to fist bump me. This was on stream, and it
Yep.
was Kit and Luca on the other side, and they like went to fist bump us
Yep.
at the same time, or like 1 second afterwards. So that's what happens. I didn't even realize that he was doing that. He didn't like say anything. He just like went to fist bump me, and I was just looking at them. So
You're so
and
locked
then
in.
the second one
Yeah.
is like that makes the GIF so much funnier. But yeah, literally had no idea. Like I wasn't trying to be mean or anything.
Wait, did you guys fist bump at all? Like, do you typically fist bump your partner
Well,
like in
this is
doubles?
the first time we'd ever played doubles.
Okay.
With Zach, I don't think I like ever have.
Yep.
But this was like the first time we played doubles, like in person, of course.
Mhm.
So I had no idea. But at the times we've played since, now we do. I don't know if he actually like wants to or he does with most people, or it's just for the bit now. Like I have no idea.
Okay, that's yeah. I don't know. That's pretty funny. It's funny origin right there. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you do in doubles that one. I think you do. You get like ninth or
We
something.
get ninth. We were supposed to play like a good team, and
Yep.
they got upset by like BJ Scoey, and
Yep.
it was Min Min from ACT. I think Brax. They
Oh
beat
yeah.
like Shmoo and they beat Shmoo and someone. Then
Yep.
we beat them, got to ninth, lost to Luco and Kit, got owned, and then the losers lost to Unfezant and Violet.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. I mean.
So we like didn't beat that many good. We didn't beat any good teams really, and then we just lost the teams who were better than us.
Yeah. Fair enough.
There wasn't much of anything.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So. I mean that's the double experience. So we go to day two, and I believe your first opponent, Luca or is it Shmoo?
It's Shmoo.
Okay,
It's
Shmoo.
Shmoo
So,
first.
so like, what did you I don't know, what did you think going into this set? Like Shmoo, I don't know,
I
like
thought
pretty good player.
this is impossible. Literally zero chance.
And like, how did the
Um,
set play out? Was it zero chance? Like, you get 3-0, but
I
like,
I think the first two games weren't that close, but game three was last hit, and afterwards he said like we should play games. That
okay.
never ended up happening on that day. But
Okay.
um, yeah, after the set, I didn't really think much of anything because I was expecting to get owned.
Hmm.
So I was like, yeah, that's fine. Shmoo, he's one of the best players in Australia. It's all right.
Yeah, okay. You lose to him, and then you make a little, you take a few sets after this. So, uh, I don't know. Do you want to talk about what you're laughing? Alright, so you already know who you beat next set. Like, okay, well, let's talk about how would you. I mean,
Well,
how was the Amro set?
I had the winner of like I had the winner of Amro. I can't remember who the other person was, but it was someone who would basically be impossible to lose to. I had
Okay.
like the easiest thing like ever. The
Yep.
winner of Amro, and I literally don't remember the other person, but like if I lost them, I would have killed myself.
Okay, I might be able to look.
Anyways,
I wonder, low chance. I wonder if it was the person that beat Connor and Pools. Could have been.
oh bless,
Yeah,
maybe I have
yeah.
no idea.
But regardless, your opponent is Amro.
Yeah,
Is this your first time playing Amro?
This is my first time playing him. Yes,
Yes.
this is where this is where everything started.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you needed to talk about the set for that long, but I suppose
Yeah,
you want to talk about it.
I owned him, and
Yeah.
afterwards, some like Vic people fist bumped me, which was cool
Yeah.
to like have the support there. Even when the set isn't much of anything, it was still pretty cool
Yeah.
to have that. But yeah, that's kind of it.
Okay. And is your next
What-
opponent Chipotle, or did you have someone in between this?
It is Chip
Chip.
next,
Okay, so
which I was like, because I was the loser of Luma and Cherry would play Chip, and then
mhm,
the winner of that would play me. I was because Cherry Luma was game five last, and I was
yes,
praying like so hard for Cherry to lose because there was zero chance I was beating Luma at that time because
yeah,
you were still owning me and like I was losing to Ignis and like every Palu ever.
yeah,
So then Cherry lost, thank God, and then Chip beat Cherry. And going into it, I wasn't. I I think I thought I would lose, but
mhm.
I was like,
What was the
I
cage
didn't
matchup?
think it was over. He was Terry the whole set.
Yeah, makes sense. Yep. And he just beat he remember he beat Seb at Big Cheese as well. So like, did that? Did you think about anything of that? Like,
I don't think I thought of Seb at
yeah,
all.
okay,
But
yeah. So how did
the
the set?
set itself was like very sick though.
Okay, yeah, like
Um,
yeah. How did
it
it go?
was
Was it overcrowded as
it
well?
was literally five last hit games.
Oh, okay.
It was the last set before the lunch break,
Yep.
so there was like a huge crowd of people watching.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in game four, I'm down 2-1. I ended up living a power geyser at like 120 somehow,
Okay.
and then I go on to win that game,
Yep.
and then I win game five because he can't mash out of down throw at 90 and gets down throw up smashed. And I
Okay.
think I didn't like full on pop off out of my chair, but I did like a fist bump to myself, and
Yep.
like the whole crowd like popped off. It was like it might still be like the best that I've ever played, or like the most hypes that I've ever been a part of.
Okay.
So, because like, yeah, afterwards, like, there like people hugging me and everything. It's kind of sick, especially my first interstate major.
Mm.
It just like it all worked out,
Yep.
and I was very happy with that.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I like it's always the best, especially early on, very young as well. Like yeah, it's just like crazy. And Chip at this point is still a pretty strong player. I don't. He's probably Sid PR even this season.
He was I was seed 25, he was seed 24.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like yeah, he just got top eight. He's a bit inconsistent, right? But he did get top eight at the last major he went to, so it's still like still pretty good. Um, and then after set, I don't know, like I can see you got 3 owned. I don't know how owned you got, but like how's the set
By
with Luca?
Luke by Luca. It was
Yeah.
game five.
Oh, it was game five. Maybe it was maybe I misread. All right, so but how's that set then?
I actually went up 2-0.
Okay.
Game one was very close.
Yep.
And then game two, I absolutely owned him.
Mm-hmm.
He just like he had predictable recoveries and just kept going into my down air.
Mm-hmm.
And then game three, he like had completely adapted to like basically my flowchart, and he was like jumping over everything that I tried to do. I think game three was still somewhat close. Game four, I got like owned, and then game five. I was trying to like work it out. I like worked out towards the end. I was still down, and then I got into his last stock, and I died immediately, which was a bit sad because he did get to his last stock, and like the whole crowd was like cheering when that happened, and then it just sort of ended. Like, but it would have been very cool to also win that set. That would have been crazy actually. I'm pretty sure there's a photo of the set, and there is a ridiculous crowd.
Okay. So, damn, I didn't realize. I mean, I didn't. This is like the one of the few majors I missed out on, so I can't attest to it. Like, but, um, yeah, I mean, Luco's still like. I mean, did you expect to beat him? Like, what was the mentality going
I
into the
didn't
set?
expect to win. I when I went up to it, it was like I was thinking I would win then, especially after game two.
Yep.
But then after losing and getting reversed, it is a bit sad to get reversed third. But obviously, I'm also thinking that like he is a really good player.
Yep.
And I after the event, I was still very happy with my placement. Like losing to, I lost to like at the time, it might have literally just been the first and second best player in the Sydney because Unfezant was still like who knows.
Yep.
But It was yeah. I was very happy with the tournament and my placement.
Yeah, and like, did you? I suppose what did you think of the top eight sets, or especially at grand finals? Like, did you watch this in person? Like, or
Yeah, I stayed for all of top eight.
yeah, like, what did
Uh,
you think of it?
it was pretty cool. The part of top eight I was most interested in was obviously Unfezant
Okay,
because
yeah.
he was like my friend and he ended up getting fourth, which is obviously very sick to watch.
Hmm.
Because he had played Harry online before and had like never beaten him or was like had a very poor record against him and then beat him at this tournament, which was pretty exciting. And then he also beat Bradley. It was his Kazuya, but it was still like it was a pretty hype set. It was pretty close, so that was cool.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I just remember that being because I didn't go to this once, but I just remember watching it. I'm like, wow, this is actually one of the better. I feel like this is one of the better top eights. Like, just like consistently, the whole all the matches was like pretty banging. Um, but yeah, I suppose I mean that's good. Like, feels like well, this is one of your like favorite tournaments, one of your better performances so far. Um, we skip around. Oh, actually, so we have this thing. So you do. This is the first time you do take a dip in the rankings. I'm not sure. Like it might have been like you did well the action, and probably didn't do too much else because you do go down to 22nd
I
for
had
the
zero Vic PR wins this season.
yeah.
Didn't beat anyone. My best one was Jason, who was a HM, I'm pretty sure. But this was the season that Temple got cancelled, and then there was
Yes.
nothing for a bit.
Yep.
So that griefed me a bit because there was like two monthlies in a row where I lost to Ignis.
Yep.
Actually, so yeah, at the Super Sunshine before the action, I placed worse than actually at the action. I got 25th at the monthly and then 17th at the major.
Yep.
So I had a pretty terrible season, but I did okay I did good at the major, and I was like I still was I don't wasn't feeling like I was in a slump because I just didn't attend. There was no temple for a while, so it was
Yeah.
still okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's right. And the EBS had. Oh, did you ever go to EBS?
I never went to a single EBS, no.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that wasn't even. Oh, and you didn't go to regular Sunshine as well, right? Because I remember you
No.
said you taekwondo or something.
Yeah, I had talking on Tuesdays
Yep.
and Thursdays.
Yep. And you still do that?
I don't.
No. Okay. All right. But yeah, okay. So you take a slight dip, and then we can just go straight to the next major. But really, nothing. This is a pretty average tournament for you. Well, it's
What
not
major
average.
is it?
This is BAM. So this is the BAM 2023. But nothing really happens here, if we're honest. Like everyone knows you're
Is
a
this the
strong
one
player.
Jura wins?
Yes, the one. This is the one Duro wins. Yes.
Oh yeah, okay, okay.
So you play a. I mean, I remember watching you play a pretty good set with Bro One, but don't manage
Oh
to take this
my.
one out. So I suppose like I don't know if you remember anything about that set, but like, I mean, were you
I
expecting to
remember
get
way
much?
too much about that set.
Yeah.
Well, so I think I win game one,
Hmm.
like last hit, and I lose, which it was still close. The whole set was close. And then
Yes. Yes.
game
I mean.
three, and then with down throw up air, he falls out. I immediately do another up air, and he falls out again. And then I go on to lose this game, to just a down air off stage untakeable,
Hmm.
which that was pretty sad in the moment to have two up airs fall out to go up 2-1.
Yep.
And then game four, stock one, he falls out of another up air. And then I go on to SD by doing side B instead of up B when it's last hit. So I was pretty demoralized after that set because like I should have, or like I very well much of could have won, or at least brought it to game five. Instead, I just lose 3-1. I'm pretty sad. And I was also like the run that I had to get to 17th before this was also super nothing because I beat Honk and Harry's random.
Yep.
So even though I got 17th, which was like a good placement on paper, it was just nothing.
Yeah. I mean, you do lose to the winner of the tournament in winners as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a week before, I actually beat him as well, and then at BAM, I got absolutely owned.
Yeah. I mean, he was a bit of a. I don't know. He was a bit of a different player that day. Like I don't know what was up with him that day. Bit,
Yeah.
but yeah, I suppose it's like nothing too special happens at this tournament, so we don't have to talk about it too much. I mean, again, you like I mean, it's everyone knows you at this point. You're Mr. Consistent. You are being slightly better players up in this point, but you still have not made PR. Um, but that allows you like a few months later to attend Pixel Arcadian, and you are this is probably the first tournament you are first seed of a tournament, right? Probably at this point, if you can remember.
Probably. I could have been first seed at a small temple or something,
Yeah,
but it's definitely of any like any notable tournament that would be the first seed. Which I didn't like being the first seed at all,
yeah,
because I remember this was also like I think just after Connor was at the Sydney Arcade, and he talked about like how being first seed is like a bit scary, like himself,
hmm
and I like talked about him with it. Like I didn't like being first seed either. It was like pretty scary.
yeah. Okay. I mean, did you think like did you think you were gonna do like well this tournament, like or like I mean it's a thing now, but like do you believe in the first seed curse? Like no one who's first seed has ever won this. Like is it a thing or
I
is it?
wasn't really thinking of like as a curse. It's just scary to be expected to win. Like it's
Yeah.
either win or you underperformed. And also at the time of this season, I'm pretty sure I had like a bad record into Zach. So if
Okay.
I was expecting to get second to Zach
Yeah.
in this tournament.
Yeah. Okay. Is this the time that Zach's Kazuya started really like ramping up
It
on you?
started beating me. I think
Yeah.
it wasn't like dominant, but he was beating me like maybe slightly more than half the time.
Okay. Okay. Yep. So I mean, yeah, your first seed. Actually, just quickly, like, so I mean, this would have been your first time attending Pixel. Like, did you find that cool? Like, I mean, like,
Oh
did you find
yeah,
it really cool?
was a bit of a trek to get there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was like a 1 day event.
Um,
I can't remember what time it finished. What like?
Well, it would have had to been before 6, right? Oh, it was like right on 6. Because I
Yeah.
remember like they were all like freaking out that like if it went any longer, I would have had to like leave.
Yeah, okay, but like, yeah, I just thought it was cool, like seeing like the people who couldn't traditionally go come to here, like bit of a cool storyline. You and Zach first and second seed, like it's just, I suppose like the anime storyline is happening like right in front of our eyes, but neither of you win. You do have a pretty good effort at this tournament though. Like typically the first seed underperforms quite heavily, but at least here you still get second place. But you do lose quite early to a certain player who uses a different controller. Like, do you wanna describe like the set with Nerpner? Do you remember? Like, have you played before?
I had lost to him before.
Okay.
So it was, and at the time, I think I was still super awful. Or maybe I was slightly past it, but I was still not good into Palu.
Yep.
Like, Um, yeah. So going into the set, it was pretty scary because I know I had lost to him before, and he was like the one guy. It's like, please give me anyone but him,
Yep.
literally anyone else. So then I think going into the set, I think I win game one and like a reverse three stock, which was a bit like reassuring. And then game two and three, I don't think they're like blowouts, but he was just like always ahead of me.
hmm
And it would just, I just felt like a bit like suffocated. Like whenever I was in disadvantage, I didn't know what to do. He felt like he was always covering, like, he was covering what I was doing with like back airs and stuff, and then neutral his nairs were like too difficult to deal with. So I go on to lose, and he was probably just the better player in the end. But of course, like I didn't want, I lost in pools as the first seed.
Yep.
It was still,
Yeah, that's
of course, I was still like a bit like, I wasn't like freaking out, but I was a bit tilted, yeah.
yeah. All right. So yeah, you're a bit tilted. Like, I mean, like, did you start thinking about? I mean, how does it feel when you like lose this early and like I don't know what round this is, but like you had to like you realize like to win the tournament you have to like win a bunch of sets now. Like, is it? I don't know. Were you like, all right, I can still win, or I'm just gonna keep going until I run out of energy? Like, what
I
was?
wasn't really thinking about winning. I was mostly just saying it as a joke. It's like only 10 more sets till I win the tournament. I had that as like a joke thing that
Yeah.
I was saying. Um, I I probably didn't think I was gonna win, but I thought I should still probably like make top 8.
Okay.
Um, because actually I had hot air jabs first, and then my second round after that was Ignis.
Oh
So that was
yes. Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
But he didn't go Pally, he went Aegis, and
Okay.
I beat him, not very close. That was nice.
Yeah. And then you kind of, I mean, you have, I can't remember, I know there's some game fives in here, right? Because I
Alright.
know you go game five with Piggins and you go game five with Leo MCI as well. Oh,
Yeah, sorry, I just needed to plug in my computer. But yeah,
yeah.
I had never lost to Piggins at this point, but the game five wasn't that. So I was never like freaking out that I was gonna lose. And I think I was up 2-1 and up 1-0. So
Yeah.
it was also not like that bad.
Okay.
So I think I lost game four comfortably, but I was still like, okay, I'm gonna win this set. It's all right.
Yeah.
Pickens ended up losing to first and second for 13th, which is a bit evil.
Yeah. I mean,
And
this
then
happens.
Leo, with Leo I think I lose game one, and then this was actually a misreport as well. I think this was 3-1.
Okay. Okay.
The report is 3-2. I lose
Yeah.
game one, and he hit me with like boomerang dare or something ridiculous. And then game two is very close, but I end up winning. And the next two games, I figured out that he was the same as Polyrhythm. All he did was press boomerang, nair, and roll.
Yeah.
And then I started punishing the rolls, and I farmed him the next two games.
Okay. And then I think the next set you play is it Zach, right? So
It's
this is
it's Zach.
it's
This is
first
in
and
top eight,
second. Yeah.
and then here I was like, okay, my run's over. I'm negative on Zach this season. All right,
Yeah.
that's it. I'm getting seventh. It is what it is. And then the games are close, but I ended up just winning 3-0, and that was like
Yeah.
um
Okay.
I don't even know what I thought at the time. It was just like, damn, that just sort of happened. It wasn't really anything.
Do you feel like
Because
Zach lost composure? Maybe like
I think
before this.
Zach was more mentally like freaked out than I was.
Yeah.
Because he also like just lost to easy call and
Yep.
like a game five last hit thing.
Yep.
Whether I had a bunch of time to like mellow out, I guess, after all these other sets.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
And I think Zach is just in general more like easy to like his mental was more fragile.
Yes. Exactly. No. That was right. And okay, you make a few more players. I mean, like after this, when I saw this at least, I was like, all right, you're probably just gonna run it straight to grands. Like I don't feel like anyone's gonna stop you at this point because it's actually like the players here. Like I feel like you got past the hard part. I mean, you have like Princess next, I think, which is like
Zach, Leo, MCI, and Piggins were the hard
oh,
part.
that's
The
part.
next, I think,
Yeah, I think it's
yeah,
Princess
and then
is next, right?
yeah, the Princess he played Palu. I was a bit scared to have Palu, but I was just the better player.
Yeah,
And then Easy Cole, I'm very positive on, and the
yeah,
same with Tom.
yeah.
I'm very positive on both of them at this time.
So and then yeah, so you get to grands, making a god knows how many set run at this point. It was like 8 or whatever.
It would have been 9 to
9.
get to Grands.
Yes, and then you win the first set 3-0 as well.
It
Um,
wasn't close at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So were you like, I mean, like,
Well,
I don't know, what do you think
I
at this
remember
point?
looking at because between the two sets, obviously you have to do rock paper scissors again.
Yeah.
And me and Oscar, we just like laughed at each other. Like yeah, because
Yeah.
he I think he knew he thought it was over.
Okay.
Because it was I like 7 stoked him in the
Yeah,
first
it was
set.
destruction.
And then in set 2, he like remembered that like how to hold the controller, I think.
Hmm.
Because he started playing well and like actually like punishing what I was doing and catching on to the things I was doing. Well, then set 1, he was literally letting me do anything.
Yeah.
So
Like,
then I think it was 3-1,
hmm.
ends up winning. And like I was a bit like wishing I won, but I was still okay with it because I lost in pools and still made it back to second.
Yeah.
And I still got like over $100 with the Kuts thing as well. So he
Oh,
gave
yeah.
me $75 as well. So I was like okay with it getting second. Like that was definitely good enough, especially after how it started.
Yeah. Do you feel like, or do you feel like the loss at the end, like, was because of like running out of stamina, or do you just feel like Oscar was the best player at the tournament that day?
I
Like,
I think it was a mix.
okay.
Like obviously after I was super tired, but also I think set 1 he was just not playing well at all, and set 2 he was like playing more to the caliber of the player that it really was.
Yeah, yeah,
But
exactly.
if like you flip the positions and I was like the one from winners and then he is the one from losers and wins set one, I think we are like probably more likely to have like a closer bet than it ended up being in
Hmm.
grands too.
Yeah,
But it's still all right, yeah.
yeah, okay. That's cool. Like I remember that was a yeah, that's crazy tournament. Like pretty hyped. I feel like that's my favorite Arcadian I've watched. I've not been able to participate in any of them. Um, but all right, yeah, that's the tournament. I suppose we'll just we'll bring it back actually because something I alluded to earlier because this is probably a good time to talk about these guys. So I mean, like at this point, it's late 2023. It's kind of only you and Seb basically uh, as a Robs, but you know we did have a few other Robs beforehand. You know they were very good. Both were either made PR or HMs. So you know we had Rob. Oh, so we had Mod, we had Seb, we had Radio, which we did talk about a little bit earlier. But like, did any of these three guys at this point, you know, have any influence on you? Did they help you in any way? Like, did they influence your play, or like, did they give you any tips, advice, or like, do you like to talk to these guys? Like, and is like, I suppose you want to describe like the strengths and weaknesses of all of them. Like, how would you, you know, how would you do so?
I pretty much always thought Radio was a noob.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
I I never lost to him. I was like
Yeah.
5-0 or 4-0 or something. And I like thought he was too focused on like hitting optimized things and like he didn't actually like play the game. Oh, that's what I thought. So whenever I played him, I would just like win neutral and that was it.
Yeah.
So then I would just like win like that because I knew how to avoid all of the setups because I play the character. Um, so yeah, I never talked to him like too much about Rob or anything. Yeah, I think he was probably too focused on like or too focused on like advantage and not just like neutral and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, and Mod was like similar to me, and he did do like a VOD review with me, and I think I did talk to him about like Robin, like getting help from him more. He was probably like he wasn't really a mentor, but like sort of close to it.
Mhm.
Um, and he was also like the TO for like Super Sunshine, which was like the closest tournament to me. So it was like he probably influenced me a bit, but I think like probably mostly it's just like off my own accord, probably.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then Seb, he plays pretty differently to me. Like he just I don't he just kills you. I don't know how. I don't know what he does
Yeah.
or how he does it. But I have talked to him like about Rob, but it's more so about like matchups and stuff like that rather than like how to improve
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I suppose like
I think I did ask him for like help with some things like back before when I was like either like a higher end of showcase and like low PR, I think.
yeah.
And he also did get me my moddable switch. So that was so thanks, Seb.
Nice. Yeah. Actually, that's a good thing actually because I don't know if people know this about you. I feel like um yeah. I mean it's some people might and Vic might know, but not everyone would know. But you know you famously don't watch like tournaments, right? And you still get
I haven't watched a major in forever.
yeah.
Like I hadn't watched any Doramigi at all until he got ranked first and like they were trying to show me. And I hadn't watched Sonics at all.
Yeah.
And then Zach was showing to me him, and I like made the comment just like, "Wow, he only presses spin dash," and he thought that was really funny. So
but
yeah, I don't watch any majors at all. I only watch Oz majors.
but like even back then, like back in like I suppose when you're setting up 2021,
The, the,
2022,
the,
you didn't
la-
watch.
the last event I used to watch them then in COVID and stuff. The last
Yeah.
event I watched was the Ludwig Smash Invitational.
Okay. Yeah. The MK
I don't
Leo
know
one.
when that was.
That would have
Like
been
probably
like
2022,
late
maybe early
2022,
2023.
late 2022. I want to say the one like MK Leo and Kurama were like
Yeah, that
yeah.
one.
Um,
That was the last major I watched. It's just top level Smash isn't that interesting to me, to be
mhm.
honest.
But did you? I suppose like I asked this because like how did you like how did you learn to play Rob then? Because like you know how did you learn to like how do you learn to like play characters in general if you're not I suppose like the main way at least I learn, and probably a lot of other people learn, is that they watch tournament sets of the characters. Like, did you still go back and watch vods or like of
No,
people doing? So like, how'd you
well,
learn to get better at Rob then?
well, I sort of just try to think of things myself and just not watching other people at specifically majors, but just like at other times where I may have seen in like a clip or
Yeah.
like even like Seb or like even like lower level Robs, like they could still like show me something.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mamp, he
Yep.
like did jump off ledge instant Z drop, which is something I never thought to do, but then like now I do it all the time and it's like super broken.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it
That's
was
pretty
sort of
cool.
like that. Like you still I still saw a bunch of things, just not through like tournaments and just like figuring stuff out myself. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Because like, yeah, I mean, suppose there's no real shortage of like Rob vods out there. Is there? I mean, like you don't watch too much of it. Is there a player that is there a player that you think you try to emulate, or like you're just trying to be yourself, or like what do you think? Like just like the top Rob
Uh,
players.
Not
Someone.
really. I don't think so. Probably when I was like a lower like level, I thought I should be like Seb. But
Okay.
then I sort of just like grew into like my own thing, and I haven't like now at the moment like I there's no one that like I look up to. I don't even like the Robs above me. I have no idea how some of them even play. Like I could not tell you a thing about how SSSR plays or anything.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just like me, but the goat. I have no idea.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I just asked, like, because I did ask the other guys, right? Like, because like, there's typically one player you'll like want to kind of emulate. Like, I don't know, that's how you'll take things from everyone, but there's someone you want to strive for. Um, Kind of
I
like
never
how I.
tried to like be like someone. I was mostly just trying to like keep up my level with like the people improving around me and stuff. I obviously wanted to make PR,
Yeah,
but I was also like trying to like stay on level with like Zach and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, no, that's interesting then. Like, yeah, because it feels like everyone, like, at least who's like at least top level, probably it feels like they watch a lot, right? And that's how like they're just either out of fun or for out of improvement. But like I don't know,
I
I do find it cool that like it's a bit different.
I
How about
just
for you?
I've played the game so much,
Yeah,
like a ridiculous amount. I probably have more hours than pretty much everyone else.
yeah. Fair enough. Okay, yeah. Just another thing I want to ask. Like, you dropped hints of it already during this interview, but it feels like it feels like you either like or I'm not sure if intentionally or unintentionally, like you're playing you're not playing the role of the heel of like at least Vic Smash. I don't know if people feel like it's like Oz Smash in general, but like is it I don't know, is it something you like to play up, or like is it like a role that you think our scene should have, or like you want to be it, like do you want people to think that you're like evil, or is it like kind of funny when people don't like a bit like unsuspectingly, like not they don't know that. I suppose you'd like to talk a little bit.
I just speak the truth.
Was
No,
it like is this like a
I just
personality
like
thing, or just like I don't know what, but
yeah.
why?
Um, I just it's funny. I think it's very funny, but I
Yeah.
also just like I don't want to like take any shit or anything. Like if anyone gives it to me, I'm always giving it back.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just think it's funny, and now it's also just because it's just who I am.
Yeah.
I think just in general, it's not like something I'm trying like a facade I'm trying to put on. It's just who I am, and I think it's funny, so I keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough. I
But
no, I think it's very valuable. Like I think we all need someone like this if we're
I
honest.
I I, I I think it's very funny, and like how it's worked out in the Smash scene is like very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah. Fair enough. Um. Yeah. Okay. So like, I suppose the last tournament we talked about was the Pixel Arcadian, and I believe a bit after this, yeah, a bit after you get your first PR, right? Um,
Yeah,
in summer, yeah, it's summer. Is it summer or spring 20? Is it the summer 2024 or
it's
spring
probably
2020?
spring because it was the season. Probably spring.
Yeah, I mean I can just double check. Like, um,
I know
Like I
I
sup
got 12th.
Yeah, but like I suppose like I don't know. Do you feel anything like cracking PR for the first time?
I
Like,
was very happy to be PR for the first time, especially because I think it was
yeah,
a PR 14. I was 12th,
hmm
so I was also like a bit into it, and I was very happy to finally PR. But I also kind of like knew that I was going to PR
yeah,
because I was like 12th. It was like pretty almost guaranteed that I should PR.
yeah.
But of course, I was still very happy to make PR for the first time. It had been a goal for mine since like the first time I got 12th, which was a year ago or like almost a year ago at that point.
hmm
So I was happy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, sorry, it is 12. It's actually winter 2023, so it's actually before that.
I
Like
went
it's
to
yeah,
okay.
because actually yeah, spring 2023 you do get seventh, or is it? It's technically is it six? No, it's technically it's okay. It's six because we have Terrarian as a point five in there. Um, but yeah, I suppose yeah. I mean, like at this point you're kind of dominating everyone, pretty much everyone. We'll talk about a few players later on that you don't dominate. Um, like below you, obviously you still have a few roadblocks. At this point, we'll talk about him later, but Zach is getting being a bit of a problem for you. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but I suppose you hover around the sixth, seventh mark for a bit, and then we go to the next. I believe this is probably the next major attend. We go to TGX 2024, and this is your first top eight major. Like,
Yeah.
did you? I mean, TGX is a bit of a weird tournament series, if we're honest, right? Like,
There
people.
was Super Duper Sunshine beforehand, but this
Oh,
was
that's
the
true.
next major
Yes,
after that.
that's true. Yeah, I mean, I actually we'll talk about that one first then because I mean, this is a bit of a funny tournament for you. You want to talk about your run here and like how unlucky it was at the
Okay.
end? Yeah.
So in pools, I played stack to make it at winner side, and
Yes, right.
this was a very good set because
Yes.
beforehand I think Baked Goods told me that stacked was like going around saying I have Strix day 2,
hmm
and then Baked Good looks at his rant and is like, wait, but you have Scobo beforehand, and he's like, he's very good, but Stack's like, nah, it's Falco Rob, I got this.
Yeah.
I ended up 3-0ing him,
Yeah. I commentate the
which
set. Yeah, I remember.
yeah, it was whenever people are confident. This is like, and then you like beat them. That might be like the best feeling. This is like the number one like fueling of like my villain thing. This is
yeah.
like the proof of it. And then Beet was also trying to like tell Stacked before the set like you just die at 0. Like the matchup isn't actually like that good. And Stacked was like nah, it will be alright. And then after the set he goes up to Beet and said he died at 0.
Yeah.
Which it was very beating smug people is just like the best thing. So I was very happy with I was seeded to win, but I was still happy with the win, of course,
Yeah.
because I also thought he was a noob. So
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I thought I was like, oh, that's a bit of a rough cop, right? I actually didn't realize before doing this that you had already played stacked in another major, but I do remember. Okay, I know Beat was saying like, oh, this is gonna be so free for you, right? But like, because actually the major before this, I had just played stacked, and it's the fastest 3-0 I've ever lost actually. So I was like, oh, he's actually pretty good. I don't know. I know Scobo is pretty good, but I don't know. Falco Rob pretty hard. That like yeah, like I said, like I don't know. He just literally just kept dying. Like he doesn't like. It turns out there was a bit of a difference between beat and stacked at this point. Still,
he didn't know the matchup nearly as well
yeah,
as Pat
obviously, yeah,
does.
yeah. But you beat him. Like I suppose you got a day two. You want to talk about the rest of your run here?
I lost to Strix game 5.
Yep.
It was like 4 last hit games, and then game 5 he like top player locked in,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a 2 stock.
Yep.
That was a bit sad to lose because it to this point I had a few close sets with Strix, but I'd
Mm-hmm.
never beaten him still. So losing was like okay, but it's still a bit sad to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I won, I would have also played Zach, which would have been like it would have guaranteed one of us in top 8 or something,
Yes, that's right. Yep.
which like we wanted to happen. Then I lost that, and then after that I played Connor, I think,
Yep.
which was a pretty close set. I go up 2-0, and then he brings it back to game 5. I think he kind of like was owning me games 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then game 5, I'm up, and I kind of just like stayed up the whole game, I think. I think it ended with me on 0% on my second stock. But the whole set, he was just mashing Nair off of ledge, and I won the set
Classic.
by punish. I won the set by punishing Nair off of ledge, so I was happy with that.
Yep.
And to win, of course, in game 5 and like stay composed after like potentially getting reverse 3-0'd. And I think that this was on the side stream, and there was like a crowd as well. I think so. I was happy to win, with most of the crowd going for Connor as well. So that was pretty good. And then the next
Yeah.
set, maybe the worst set of my life.
Yep. I mean, like, was it just over before it started, or?
No, because it's 1-1, and to
Yeah.
go up 2-1, he down airs my shields. He's at like 90, so I can like a bunch of things will kill him. And I do an F smash, and my F smash gets interrupted the startup with like the bullets.
Yeah.
He like holds down 8 of the bullets, and um it interrupts my F smash, and I go
Uh-huh.
on to lose that game. And then after that it was over. Game
Yeah.
4 I got owned. And afterwards I was like super tilted to like lose to Matt, who this season I'm pretty sure was 6-1 on me.
Yes, he gets PR. He gets his one and only PR this year because of your because of you basically. Like
You're
basically
welcome, Matt.
solo carrying him into a PR spot because he does win. He I believe this yeah he wins the Super Sunshine.
He won a Super Sunshine. I was second.
Yes. So yeah,
And he
he
got
gets
Knights at a Major
PR.
beating me as well.
Yeah. Did you feel like you could have done like something as Ghost if it was might have been anyone else
I
besides Matt in
oh
the game?
I was owning Ghost. I was destroying Ghost.
Oh, okay.
As he was Kazi at the time.
Yeah, it's
So
Kazi
I
at the
was
time.
I was super duper confident into him.
Yep.
But and then I was also thought I was playing well into Matt because like it was 1-1 and then like game 3 was close and then to lose. And then if Matt beat Ghost, it probably would have been like way less bad because he gets like top 8. And at least that's pretty cool for him to like top 8. But then he like loses to Ghost and it's just even worse. And I was just so tilted in the crowd. It was like me and Flo were just
Yeah.
like sitting next to each other and we were just like both dying on the inside, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, actually, no. The reason you play Wookens though, right, is because he beats Ray Z. So I actually
He
don't
beat he
know.
beat Spin, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if actually that was any better. Like to be honest, like for you.
I Well, even if I lost a bin, at least it's not Matt though. You know?
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So I think you bow out at yeah 13th at this
It was
tournament, which
13th,
is
which was my seed, I think.
yeah,
But it was still like I was not happy with it.
yeah, okay. But let's say like before, like we'll go to the next major, which happens pretty soon after. Like I said, yeah, TGX, bit of a weird major because it doesn't feel like people treat it seriously. People don't think it's like a prestigious major.
No, well, there was barely any interstaters there.
Yeah, we have
There was like
our
Ghost, a few Queenslanders, and that was it.
and Nao and Kanaji.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
both those
forgot.
guys. But no, this one was weird. Like for you at least, because yeah, you do get your first top 8, which is satisfying. But I remember on like your day 1, I'm just so confident. Everyone is so confident you're going to beat Dags. Like I don't know. This was just the weird. This is weird for me. But you get 3 0'd and it doesn't even look that close. Like to
No, I got absolutely owned. The
yeah
day before at the TSG pre-local, I
yeah
3-0'd Dags.
yeah
I 3-0'd their Diddy. It like wasn't. Oh, it was a bit close, but it was like comfortable.
yeah
And then the next day, I play them in pools, and I get owned.
yeah
Like that maybe like the hardest I've ever been owned by like a player who's like not that much better than me or like the same-ish level. Like
yeah.
I got absolutely owned. They said that they like VOD reviewed Tweak Zomba for like 4 hours. So I kind of got to give it up that like yeah, I got owned. They played really well. That's about it. I can't say anything.
Yeah.
And it was pretty like sad in the moment to get upset.
Yeah, it was just uncharacteristic. Like for me, at this, like or even for you, maybe you, this point, right? It's like a lower level player that's not playing Bayonetta beating you. I mean, Dags is still a PR player, but it's still like yeah to get like I suppose like losing that fashion. I was just like I don't know. I was like, all right, maybe it's not your tournament, but we go to day 2 and you make a bit of a run actually. I don't know if you remember like your run here, but you know you
I
get your
think
first top.
it started with Aiden. I think, which
Yep.
was wasn't much of anything.
Yep.
And then it was Piggins is next,
Yep.
who I've still never lost to. I think it was 3-1. It was a bit. I think I lost game one, but then from there it was like all good.
Yep. Yep.
And then was Ernest next?
Yeah, was it that or is it Ernest or is it
I think
Connor?
I think it was Ernest first.
Yep.
And at this point, I had a very terrible record into him. I thought, all right, this is over. Because I remember looking at my run, if I beat Dags, it was like very good. It was like Zav, who I was like confident into. And I don't remember the rest, but I was like happy with the run. And then after losing to Dags, my run was terrible.
Yep.
Like Ernest was like a super bad pull for me at the time. But he had a very bad track record at
Majors,
majors.
yes.
And I ended up 3-0ing him. The first two games were like super last hit. Like we were both like past 100 for like 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But then I win both of them, and then game three is not close. And after that, I am a bit relieved because my run after this is very good actually.
Yep.
It's Connor, who I'm doing very well into. I ended up beating him 3-1.
Yep. He was
And
being
then
very dominant.
Harry.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I beat Connor 2 majors in a
Yeah,
row and
exactly. That's right.
loses.
Yeah.
And then Harry, who also have a good record, and this is for top eight, which I win the set 3-1. I don't really think much happened. It was just sort of, Luigi Rob,
Yep.
terrible
Standard set.
matchup.
Yep.
And of course making top eight, I was super thrilled for like my first time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was really sick. Like making top eight was of course a goal of mine as well.
Yep.
After making PR to make top eight in a major. And then afterwards I played Flow,
Yep. Probably the best
and
pool you could get, right? At this point. Like
out of the top eight, like absolutely, especially because it was the winner of Flow and Zach, and
Zach,
I
yep.
had Flow. So yeah, that was very lucky for me to pull Flow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I lost to like Zach for seventh, I would have definitely still been happy. But pulling Flow to get to fifth, it was still like a game five set and like pretty close. He was playing well, but he like got cheesed as always.
Yep.
And then I lose to Seb, who at the moment I'm like 0-9 on. I have a terrible record into Seb. And then we go game five. It's like close to the whole set. I end up losing. Um, I'm still very happy though because I am like 0-9 or 0-10 on Seb, so I'm happy to like have a close set and of course make top eight. And it was like a bit weird because I beat literally only Victorians, but I was still happy because like all the Victorians I beat are still like really good players.
Yep. Yeah. Was this your first game 5 of Seb? Or like
No, I think
one?
I'd been game five before,
Okay. Okay.
but yeah, I think it was like might have been the first game five last stock.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, about fifth, like, very good. Especially after like you still have to make a bit of a losers run. You beat basically like a lot of just like low end PR players, right? Just asserting dominance. And after this, you basically become pretty like you just become consistent at majors, right? Like, I don't think you've missed. Besides the ban,
The ban
ban
immediately
this year,
afterwards.
yeah, like where I mean, like it's like a bit of a disappointment placement. I think you're ninth seed. I think you got 17th. Is that right? I think am I
I
remembering
think
that
I
right?
was I think I
Oh,
was
you're
eighth
eighth.
seed.
Okay, eighth, ninth is fake though because obviously you have to play
Oh yeah.
Pat to.
I lost to Pat.
Yeah, actually, do you want to talk about the set with Jamie before that? Like,
Well, okay, going
yeah.
into like this, it was pretty
Go
scary
ahead, right? Yeah.
because if I lost to Jamie, I was see to play Wookens and lose. It would have ended up being Kaido Roy
Yeah.
because Kaido Roy beat Wookens, but I still wouldn't have wanted to play Kaido Roy.
Yep.
Like obviously less bad than Matt, but it's like probably a not good pull. But I ended up beating Jamie. He was still like alright, but he played completely different to Matt. Like Matt plays way more like he plays really slow and will kind of just like wait and stuff, or Jamie will just like press the combo moves,
Mm-hmm.
and his disadvantage was like pretty punishable. He like his mash out of down throw didn't exist.
Yep.
And he ended up doing a bunch of stocks to that because he would literally get down to up smashed at 80.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up winning. I think I went up 1-0, 2 and 2-1. So
Yep.
I was always like comfortable. And then game five, and he's like on his last stock at like 100 when he gets me to his last when he gets me to my last stock, which is pretty scary because like
Yep.
Bayo can rack up damage and potentially kill me. But I ended up just get a grab and he's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
So I was pretty happy to not lose. Well, it was less happy to win, just happy to not lose.
Yep. Yeah. And then, like I said, yeah, win that set. When you played Beet, Beet's still a pretty tough guy for you.
Yeah,
Like,
it was game 5 last.
oh, you cut out for a little bit. Yep.
Hello?
Yep. Yeah, we're back.
Sorry about that. So yeah, it was game 5 last hit, and I was pretty demoralized at the time
Mm-hmm.
to lose because I think I had beaten him a few times before this point, but it
Mm-hmm.
was still obviously very positive on me.
Yep.
And when it did get to like the game 5 situation, where I was like, wait, I can just if I win, then I play Kanadi, which is like an opportunity for like a lot more. But I ended up losing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I probably should have taken a break, but I just went straight into playing Rebs.
Yep.
End up losing 3-1. I was like favored to win, but he was like a good player in like at the time.
Yeah, he played really well this day. Actually, was there something different about his play this day? I mean, he ends up
I
in the top eight this event. So, like, what, like, I suppose, like, what was so, like, yeah,
I don't know if there's anything specific. I don't remember, to be honest. He was just playing well, I think. He
yep,
was like punishing me better for like my nairs than he does like pretty much every other time. He was just playing well, and I kind of have to give it up. But yeah, I was also sad about this. Like, of course, being 8th seed and then
mm-hmm.
getting 17th. I had like the tied worst SPR for the tournament as well,
Okay,
which
yep,
was not good.
yep. Damn, that might be the only time that's like that will happen probably for a while. Yeah, but yeah, I suppose like 17th, like I said, it's a bit of a whatever. Not too bad, right? Like I said, like losing a beat,
Well, still losing to Rebs and Beat, it's
beat
like
like
fine.
fine.
It's
Yeah,
not
right.
the worst, but like I could have done better.
Yeah, because after this every major you go to you get top eight. You seem to find a consistency if you have a stride. Uh, we don't have to go through all of them in detail. But I mean, do you want to talk about one? Like, you can talk about any of them in any order, I suppose, if you want. Like, do any of them stand out to you? Like, because it would have been floating point this year. Uh,
There was the Phantom
yeah,
afterwards.
this year's Phantom and last year's Phantom. Do any of uh I suppose did any of them stand out to you? Like,
I think floating point does because it is my second interstate major,
yeah.
and it is the first time that I'm meeting some people like Nichiren.
Oh, damn,
Um,
I met
I
Nichiren
hadn't met
too.
him before,
Yeah,
and it was also like the second or third time that I'm seeing some of the other people like Morgone and stuff. So it was like cool to like see all of them again, obviously. Um, and Unfezant, and of course I get third,
yeah,
which is going into it like I was expecting to be fourth seed. I ended up being fifth. Me said fourth, fifth. Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
And I had a pretty comfortable run, I thought. Actually, you were the most scary part, actually. But then you lose game one,
Game
slam the
one's
table.
over.
That
That's
was
already
pretty
over.
good.
Yep.
And then I have the winner of Flo and Demo, which might be like the two players I'm most confident into possible.
Yep.
Like I haven't played Demo, but I know that's terrible into Rob,
Yep.
so I'm pretty confident. And I played him in Cruise, and I like two stocked him as well. But Flo ends up winning, and yeah, that wasn't very close either.
Yep.
Not much to say. And then I play Seb, who pretty much every time I play Seb, it's always a game 5 set, pretty much every single time. And I go down 2-0 and end up reverse 3-0ing him, which is kind of crazy because it was I've like barely done any reverse 3-0s. It was my third reverse 3-0 ever.
Yep.
So that was like pretty exciting to us to make winner's side top 8. Um, and then also to have a very winnable opponent in the next round. Like the other side, I'm Pheasant Jono, where I've got Jura. So it's
Yep.
like a lot more doable. And then of course, like it's cool to have all the entrances in top 8 and all the stuff like that. And then game 4,
Yeah.
he
Talk
like
about this. What
he gives me
happened
the
there?
the
What do you think? Like, it's just. I
well
feel like
in
it's one of the worst things I've ever seen. I'll be honest.
in the moment, it wasn't really like, oh, he's given me an opportunity or something. I was just sort of playing the same as I always would. I didn't like freak out or anything. I was just normal.
Mhm.
And then he ends up dying at 0 to dash attack, which is, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still like, I never really thought like I was out of it. I was still just always like playing.
Mhm.
So I think that's like kept me in it. And then game 5 I ended up going up by quite a lot. He brings it back, but he's still, and then I get the lead again. So, and that was another reverse 3-0. So I had my third and fourth reverse 3-0s ever at a major back-to-back to get to winners finals, which is pretty insane. And I was, of course, very happy to get
Yeah.
like third as well as just like seeing everyone again. It was like, it was so fun, like the whole
Yeah.
major.
Yeah.
And seeing Unfezant win as well. He was the goat.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So, um, okay, we can talk a little about actually before this, right? So obviously, yeah, you lose to Jdizzle and you lose to Unfezant. Actually won back one tournament. I suppose one notable tournament I actually forgot to mention, but we have end of era actually,
Oh yeah.
which is you get winners grands at this tournament. Because you basically beat everyone except yeah, I suppose your run. I mean, yeah, like I said, you just beat everyone
Well,
except until you
I
get
got
to
lucky because I was supposed to play Didi, who I have a terrible record into, but
yeah,
Will Dan beat him, of course.
yeah,
So that was lucky for me. But
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, you get winners grands at this tournament, and then old mate somehow makes a run back to there. Like, did you think this was winnable when he showed up and you're on the winner's side? Like, you get two shots.
I
What do
had
you think?
never beaten Jono to
Yeah,
this point, and was like before I wasn't like it's super over, but after set 1 I was like pretty like, alright, this just sucks. Because then starting set 2, I thought I was playing well. Actually, in game 1, I tried to read a spot dodge with an up smash. He does like boomerang instant spot dodge, and I read it by charging up smash. But the boomerang has enough pushback to just outrange my up smash, and he downs
okay,
it up as me,
yeah,
which was pretty like awful to like get the read and then just die. And then game 2, I'm up 3 stocks to 1, and then end up losing the game.
yeah,
And then after that, it's like, yeah, it's just super over. I get a game, but that's about it. Like, I, Jono was like, he was the one player I had never beaten. And I had realized that, like, I'm the best player to never beat Jono, and it's, like, not even really, like, close.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because, like, the next best player to ever beat him, I think, is, like, Rebs.
Yeah,
And other than that, like, everyone who's, like, PR has, like, beaten him at least once. Or, like, everyone who PRs consistently
yeah,
has beaten him at least once. So I was, like, always trying to get the win. And I did hate playing him, but I always like knew if I want to beat him, I do have to play him. So then I did get the win on him like a few months later, which is also like probably one of the like happiest I've been after a set
okay,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, because he had stopped you a few times. Like I think yeah, you played at Phantom 2024, right? Probably knew it was over.
That was maybe like that tournament. I did get seventh,
Yeah,
but after the tournament, I was still like I wasn't very happy with it because it's just losing to Jono and lose is just so awful.
yeah, yeah. I mean, actually, do you want to talk quickly just about the Kanaji set, like with that one, like how
Oh my.
yeah, what did you think? I mean, it was a last hit game five, right? This is the clear best play in the country as well, right? Like how would it have felt? I suppose like beating like the undisputed number one, and the tournament might have been up for grabs at this point.
Before the set, I thought it was like super over. Like before going into the set, I thought, okay, there's no chance of me winning.
Hmm.
I ended up winning game 1, but he like SD'd.
Hmm.
So it was like I thought not that much of it. And then game 2, I think I let him go like hollow. I get absolutely owned. And then I think I lose game 3 as well. It's more close, but I still lose. And then game 4, I end up winning. Like I think it was a bit comfortable, and I thought like at this point I'm like, wait, I can actually win this. And then game 5, he does have like pretty much a whole stock lead, or like a pretty big lead. And I get him to his last stock, and I like get him from like 0 to 80, even like 0 to maybe like 0 to 100 pretty quickly. And I'm at like 160, so it's like very hard for me to avoid anything.
Yeah.
and he reads a jump off ledge with Nair, and I sort of had an opportunity to win because he like recovered high, and I could have like tried to like throw the gyro and then side B, and he would have died at like 60. But then I just held shield and did nothing and went on to
Mm-hmm.
lose the set. And it was very like it was very saddening to lose that set because like it would have been a crazy upset actually.
Yeah.
And then the tournament just turned into nothing because I beat Morgone. He's obviously like a good player, but a player I'm very favored against.
Yeah.
And then just lose to Jono. So the tournament just like turned it into nothing for like something that could have been so huge. Especially because if I beat Kanaji, I would have had Bradley in winner semis, which is also definitely winnable.
Mm-hmm.
So the tournament could have turned into like so much more, and then it was just like lost like that. It was pretty sad. And even like after the tournament, it's probably one of the sets I've thought about like the most.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember that being pretty crazy tournament because at that point he is kind of like you're one of the only players he hadn't played. Like I don't know, I felt like he just had a shot. I just wanted to see how it went, and it was pretty good. As that's the only time you played him, right?
Yeah, I haven't played him since.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. All right. Yeah. So, um, I mean, we're talking about yeah, Jono before, right? And like probably, did you feel like he was the hardest player for you at that point? Like like early 2025, like 2024, like was Jono like
I think at like every single point has been the hardest player for me.
okay,
Because
okay,
I was like 0-15 on him before ever winning, and I had never brought him to game like 5 until like 10 sets in or something like that. He would just always completely own me. Like I've had no idea what to do. And then I just like tried to start and add like these small tips or optimizations. The main thing actually was he would always just do like jump off ledge instant nair.
yep,
So if I just like held shield right there, I could buffer an up smash after it and it would kill him at like 90. So that was like one of the main things to just like get the win. And
yeah,
then I've after beating him, I've played one set afterwards, which is at floating point, which he played like extremely well. Like all the habits and stuff that I was trying to like abuse to like beat him that one time, he just stopped doing them. Like he was not doing the jump off ledge nair, or like I punished like some instant theirs to ledge with like jar and stuff. He was just like not doing it anymore. He was playing really well. So it's like um I think he has like really good adaptation and like everything. He's kind of just like the whole package as a player, really, I think.
yeah,
So
okay,
I was very happy to beat him, of course, especially because now it's almost like it felt like time was running out because he was like attending less and less and stuff. But I did get the win now,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm happy
that's
with
good.
that. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I suppose we've basically come to the current day. So there's not really many tournaments to talk about now, but I suppose to end things. I mean, there's still quite a bit, but like to end things, we'll just go through a few like players, I suppose. Um, I'll get you to get your thoughts on them. I mean, kind of on the note of Jono, we've talked about him, right? But I felt like another player that has kind of I don't know, been a bit hard for you recently because you played him two majors in a row. Unfezant. Obviously your
Yeah.
good. Obviously your good friend. Like, I mean, like, how do you plan on taking this guy down like in the future? Like, right? Because it hasn't really been close the sets you guys have played. But so what's he? Why is he so good, and why can't you do anything to him yet?
I think this one's just impossible to be honest.
Okay.
Well, obviously, like the matchup isn't that good, but I think he is like um he plays like his positioning is like it feels like he puts himself in a punishable like spot, but he's actually like 3 pixels away from being punishable. And then I do my move whiff, and then he owns me for it. And he also like whenever he plays, it feels like he's just trolling. Like he does
Yes.
such like stupid things, like all the forwarders he does. It literally feels like he's not even playing seriously, but it always just works. So like I have like a lot of respect for the way that he plays. I think he is probably like the best player in Australia, really. And
Yeah.
like I think he plays like really fast and really smart. Like his I think his spacing is like or like is the best in Australia really.
Yes, yes, that's something I noticed as well. Actually, it's like I mean, obviously he's like kind of a complete package player, but like it's something that like probably doesn't get talked about enough. He's not just like an advantage monster, which he is. He has the best advantage state in the country, but actually, like yeah, his spacing is. I mean, like it's just kind of hard to like touch him.
Yeah, it's like pretty much almost perfect. It feels like
Yeah,
and he also it's very hard to kill him at first. Like he knows what I'm trying to do and like tries to avoid it. I think like better than like everyone else pretty much.
hmm. So
I think like if I was to go into a set with anyone, I think that I have the least likely chance of beating him of anyone.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, gonna have to wait a while it seems to probably play your next set, but
That's probably a good thing.
yeah. You got any? I mean, what would be the immediate game plan change? Like, I suppose, like, is there anything? Well, like, if you're gonna play tomorrow, what's like, is there anything that been done differently?
Um, I can't really remember exactly what happened from our sets, to be honest.
Hmm.
I think I would just have to like try to use like my normally broken moves like less because he knows how to deal with them so well. Like he's very good at punishing Nair, like with parries and because lots of the time I'll try to do Nairs that aren't meant to hit you. They're just supposed to cover space and cover my landing.
Yep.
But he'll find a way to be there, parry it, and like down smash me.
Yep.
Um and stuff like that. And like he always like he's knows I'm going to do the projectiles and like is pretty good at reflecting them. So I don't really know what I would do. I would have to probably like try to VOD review to be honest.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Okay. We'll go for it. We'll go from someone, I suppose that is what's you said is unbeatable to someone who for the longest time was the most beatable player in the country. I mean, obviously there's some overlap because I've had my interview with him, but I'll get your perspective on Beefy, and I suppose like your your relationship with him, your competitive relationship, and like I mean like what happened, like what from your perspective happened, like why was it twenty
I
nine zero at a point?
so at the start I was just like the better player
Yeah.
definitely. And then he like just he never played the matchup like ever. He didn't know how to deal with me sitting in the corner at all.
Yes, that's
Like
what he mentioned in the interview
he
exactly.
he would just run at me and just like not use his brain. Just run straight into my things. And like he's still like even like small like I would literally just do like a full hop back air in neutral. Or like full hop landing back air and he just let go of shield. Not even trying to parry, not even doing anything. He just let go of shield into it. And like his mash was awful. He could never DI upper. Like just small things like that in the matchup. He just had like no idea how to deal with either. So like putting it all together, he was just like he couldn't beat me because the like my win con or like me standing in the corner completely destroyed all of his win cons. And it wasn't until he like actually figured out how to ledge trap me properly
Yeah,
that it started being way more competitive. Because
yeah.
now I just get stuck at ledge and it feels like awful because I don't know what to do. Because
Hmm.
he has so many options to covering what I'm doing, which is now I was like this season I was like 4-8 on him.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like before the 29-0, like when the 29-0 was happening, was there any like actual close calls in there?
There was 3 game 5s maybe. There was a TSG where I came from loser's side
Yep.
and he was in winners. I lost to Meme God.
Hmm.
And then I came back through losers. And like set one was 3-1, but it was like pretty close. He was playing really well. This was like before he was PR, I think. He was just
Yes.
like playing really well on the day.
Hmm.
And then set two was like game 5 last stock. And he's playing really well. Like, cause at this time I'm still like probably better than him. And it's like he ends up getting down tilt into the gyro and up smashed. I think I'm at like 20 on my last stock. So of course I'm at low percent, but I could die at 40 to a nair.
Yeah.
So I was like after that set, I was like I said to like Zach, it's like we're definitely like are gonna have a problem, which has it's definitely come true.
Yeah. Damn, that's kind of cool. And like, I mean, you kind of alluded to it. Like I wrote down like, why how's it come? It's kind of gone the other way almost, right? It's like now he's like kind of just like you still take sets off him, but he's definitely favored to win versus you now. And
Yeah.
realistically, he's probably gonna be ranked above you for the first time now. But like, so are you saying is it like mainly the ledge trap? But is he just doing less stupid stuff as well? Is he, is he
I
just
he's
harder
learned that
to?
he's learned that matchup better. Like he won't
Yeah,
just get he's getting hit less by just like random things.
yeah,
He knows how to like deal with stuff better. But he's like playing the matchup offensively better. And what
mm,
is neutral, he's not just like dashing and he is like waiting and trying to like punish what I'm doing as well.
yeah,
And then he's not letting me get off ledge for free.
yeah, yeah.
But I do want to like start beating him again. I have like tried to prepare some stuff, but we'll see. Hopefully I play him at Rambat and like 3-0 him. But
Okay.
I might just I'll probably lose.
All right, we'll see. That's true. The VOD's not going to count for Rambat, but we'll see if it's true. All right, that's your thing of Beefy. That's kind of cool. I got a few more players I want to talk about with you, and then we'll get to the big one at the end. But like, uh, next player, famously. So again, we'll go into this first, right? Actually, because before we talk about this player, because your player, I think like one thing people know about you, you know, is like you are Mr. Consistent, right? Because compared to everyone else, you are like the epitome of beat everyone below you, like basically every single time, right? And like I suppose, what do you like? How do you like do this? Like, right? Well, what's how come you're like better than everyone else? Even like Seb, right? Who some has all the time been like a higher ranked player than you, but we'll still like lose to like weaker players more often than you. Like, what was your, I suppose, like what's your secret, or like maintaining consistency and like where you are?
I think I have like probably one of the strongest like mentals in Victoria probably of like
Yes. Yeah.
of a point of like I won't I do get tilted sometimes, but I think I show it less than most people most of the time as well.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely helps.
Yes. Okay.
As well as I play in a very safe way so that I don't really leave myself open to get hit by stupid things or cheese nearly as much. And I think I also just like I know a lot about the game, leaving myself like less open to things that I don't know about, or like matchup checks and stuff like that. Um, but I think it is mainly just the way that I play, as well as Rob in general is a pretty consistent character, I would say. But um, yeah, everyone else below me is also like sort of a noob, so I can't lose because of that.
Yeah. Okay. So you got a couple of things going your way to like achieve like the like yeah. Just because like I feel like the variance of you is just so like you've minimized it like so well compared to everyone, right? Everyone's
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
crazy.
Last season, I don't think I placed below third
Yeah.
with a single tournament, and this season, I don't think, or the one that just ended.
Yeah.
I think I didn't place below fourth. Maybe I had one fifth, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I say that right because like let's say everyone below you just it's basically just food, right? Like very like so rare, right? Maybe very rare occasion lost to Rebs, or very occasion lost to like Mean God. Yeah, like the Zav lost last year, but like that's whatever, right? But there is one player we've talked about there a little bit that is quite a bit below you, but has kind of been your bane and is still pretty decent to you, even though I feel like you go a bit more even now. So we'll talk about Wookins and like how much of this is like the character matchup, and like how much of it is also like the player as well. Like why is he so effective
Okay,
into you?
so my like whole like I cover space in the ground very well with like gyros and fares and stuff like that, and like fade back nets and stuff. I try to cover like the mid range and like but Bayo, like if I gyro on the ground and if I'm like anywhere somewhat close to it, she can witch time it and I get slowed down and will get hit by a combo starter. Bayo's side B also like covers more space than I can cover. Like is which makes it kind of difficult. Like if I try to jump, I can get anti-ed by the side B and take a lot of damage. as well as I think Matt is also just like a very careful player. Like he is willing to like play like quite slow to like match me. Whether like I don't like Jamie wasn't as willing to do that.
Hmm.
So it is like I think well obviously it is somewhat matchup, but I think it is more so like a player thing rather than just like the character. But Matt has yeah, he's and I think I also just like probably I am not good at the matchup myself that much really.
Yeah. Okay. Do you feel like it's your worst matchup, like worst personal match, like personal matchup?
Probably, except for
Yeah.
like the stuff I've never played, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, it's because it's interesting. Because I mean, we don't have too many barriers, right? You've played Jamie once, but it's pretty much just Wookens, probably, right? Like you played
Yeah,
with.
but if I like went like overseas and if I had like any character to play against, the character I'd pick last would be Bayo.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Um, yeah, I mean that's interesting. But like I said, you go a bit more even now these days. But he still takes some
Yeah.
sets off you, right? Like you.
Last season I was up 2-1.
Okay, was that your first positive season on him, or
No, the season where I got like sixth on PR, I was up 1-0, I
okay,
think.
okay? But you've
But
never been dominant on him though, really.
no, like at best we go even. I think like this year we're even, or like 4-4 or 6-6 or something like that.
Okay, and I noticed something funny. So I mean, you are basically a solo main, but you have pulled out. It's you pulled out Luigi, right? Versus have you put out anyone else? It was just, and it did work once, didn't it?
It worked twice.
Worked twice. Okay. How
It,
many
my
times did it not
Luigi,
work?
my Luigi is up 2-1 in
Two
like
one.
full Luigi sets,
Yep.
but I've pulled it in like just games before as well.
Yep.
Quite a long time ago, I was trying to. This was before like Beefy was anything. I was
Hmm.
trying to pick up like Brawler, for Matt and Pat,
Yep.
which I did play in one set to both of them. I ended up losing, and that was kind of it. I think like I'm pretty much just like gonna play Rob. I don't
Hmm.
like picking up another character could help, but like Rob's just my guy.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Fair enough. Like I do find it like interesting because you are like pretty. I mean, we know this, right? You're pretty cracked at random in general. So like, it's not like I don't feel like you can't do it. Um,
No, if I could try to just like pick up some random Zona character, like I don't know, like Pac-Man into Matt or something.
yeah.
But I think just like as a player in general, like he sort of said this, but he loses to people without a brain. I always play with a brain,
Yep.
so then it doesn't work.
Okay. I'll have a look at. I'll fact check that actually. We'll see about that one. Um, I've got a couple other players before I suppose I'll talk about Zach a bit more. Because there's two other players. I feel like there's two other players in Victoria that can cause you trouble. Um, which you're higher ranked than them now, but they can still cause you trouble. So we'll talk about DD and Beet a little bit. Like extreme struggle like with
Uh,
consistency versus these guys. Like what are these guys like doing more than what like other players are not? I suppose.
I've only beaten Bradley's Warrior once
Yeah.
ever,
So why is
but
Bradley so good?
lots of the time, like in the sets we play, he plays other characters though, so I don't get to play it as often.
Yeah.
But he I think is like he knows Rob like so well, and
Yes.
he suffocates me like in my shield. Like he'll like be pressing like nairs and stuff like that, and it feels so impossible to like get out. Like even though I'm technically like in neutral, it feels like disadvantage because
Yes.
he
Yeah.
like knows how to like place his moves well and how to like punish my nairs and punish juggle me, and then of course like waft can be like sometimes hard to avoid and just bring games back. And Chomp might actually be like the best move in the game.
Okay.
Because Warrior just like jumps at you and it's like, is he gonna chomp or is he gonna do anything else? And it's just like a 50-50 of like, and he just wins.
Yeah. Just always
But I think
gets it quickly.
I think Bradley just like knows Rob and probably like knows how to punish what I'm doing very well.
Hmm.
And then Pat, he knows Rob well, but also it's like a bit of a matchup thing as well as a player thing, I think as well. Because it's sort of the same thing as Matt, where like I can't cover like my normal game plan of like using fair and gyro to cover the space in front of me and cover the mid range doesn't really work as well because obviously he has the frame one reflector and Falco fair. which like drag downs into combos and is like very hard to punish myself. So I sort of have to play completely differently, same as with Matt, and it's been hard to like figure out what to do. And of course, he's also just like a really good player,
Yeah.
and like versus like most characters and players, either going high or going to ledge is like usually the better option. But landing versus Falco and getting off ledge versus Falco are both very hard. So when I get like sent off stage, it can feel very difficult of like how to get back. I sort of just have to like do noob options until they work. That's what it feels like.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just that's pretty interesting. Like I said, like these are the only two players I feel like that around your level that can give you some trouble still now. I didn't know about the Bradley thing. You only beat once, and I believe that was in a ran bat, right? Like a your best.
It was a long time ago,
Because
yeah.
I played Bradley and loses. I remember. Actually, I win that
He,
set.
he
Actually,
played Falco. He
Falco
played
to me.
Falco into
Yeah.
you.
I was actually hoping Bradley was gonna lose that. Actually, I'd rather play Bradley that set because no, I'd beaten Bradley before that Wario, and it's like twice. Actually, I think I won 3 in a row.
Well, you haven't been in my Rob in like since you
It's
I first won.
good. Yeah, exactly. It's 14 sets in a row actually. And the only one that was really that close, we had a few close ones. And the only one that really was that close was actually the Phantom one, funnily enough. Um,
Yeah.
which, yeah. Um, and then I suppose, yeah, last player, we have to talk about him, obviously, is like a guy you played over 100 sets with, is Zach. And it's so interesting, right? Because he starts as a Pac-Man main. Basically, I don't know when he starts picking up Kazuya, but obviously, Rob, very, very, very good character into Pac-Man, right? We can all agree that that is a very good
Yeah.
matchup. Even I know that I've played this matchup myself, and I know this is a good matchup. Um, and that was probably like, I mean, maybe you might have been the better player than him, like all along anyway, like during the early parts. But obviously, there was some. It's obviously a little bit of a matchup thing, right? Because like Zach was still a
Yeah.
pretty good player back then, um, and I know he starts picking up Kazuya. Like when what was a set record? Like what was it like? What was like the first like 10 sets? Like do you remember the record?
It was 10-0.
It was 10-0. All right. So like when was it? Do you remember the first set he beat you?
It might have been set 11 or like 12. It was
Yeah.
around that mark.
Yeah. And it was with
Um,
Kazuya
it
or
was mostly Pac-Man. Oh, he beat me with Kazuya, yeah. He's never
yes.
beat me with Pac-Man. He has said he does potentially want to play Pac-Man into me to get like the win with
Yeah.
it. But he has played Pac-Man in a few like games or even a whole set, and then afterwards he's like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah. It still doesn't work. Like all these years later.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, it seems like you've done pretty well into other Kazuyas, right? Like Bradley's Kazuya is nothing,
I,
Amro,
I,
whatever,
I
Ghost
have
for
I've
once.
lost
That
to one Kazuya that isn't Zach ever, which was I've lost one set to Bradley's Kazuya.
okay, fair enough. But like what? But how come? How come now it's so impossible? How come it
I
flips so hard the other way?
I think Zach is probably like the smartest player like in Australia.
Mhm.
Like he like he realizes like or he thinks in ways that I think most people like would never do and tries to like do things and punish things in ways that are like very creative. Like his use of like Kazuya down B is like super good.
Mhm.
Like specifically and up air. Like of course like Kazuya's broken moves you don't think of up air really. Like that's probably you wouldn't think of that first. But he uses it so well because it's like even though Kazuya's like aerial game is supposed to be pretty bad, it's like a frame 4 aerial that he can use to like
Sorry, yeah, you cut out. So like, you said frame four aerial
yeah,
when you get back.
yeah. Oh, it's frame 3 or 4. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
okay,
it
was just continue from that. Yeah.
and yeah, he uses it to punish Nair super well and like juggle me, which is something Kazuya like shouldn't be able to do really.
Hmm.
But he like finds a way. And even yeah, like even though like um Kazuya is supposed to be very strong, he also like punishes those was fair. And he reads spot dodges like more than any other player. It just he feels like he knows what I'm gonna do
Hmm.
like so much, and he's very smart. Like there's like very specific examples. Like if he knows I'm low on fuel, he'll like do these things different because he knows that I can't like recover this way and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, Zach's very smart. And it's very annoying.
Yeah, like I suppose like what's your I mean what is I mean obviously you guys are very good friends. You guys are doubles partners now. Even though you didn't start as doubles partners, funnily enough, like eventually you guys are just like I don't know, fuck it. We're just too good. Like let's just make it work. Um, you do guys do well, but like what's your like relationship with him now, right? And especially like in game and in set, right? I can see like sometimes you know Zach. Typically, you're very quiet, right? But Zach, you know, when he starts losing versus you, he starts getting, you know, he starts talking a bit, right? Like, how does that, like, what do you do? How does it feel, right? And like,
It might be the thing that tells me the most is Zach complaining when he
yeah,
plays Kazuya. And I think there's obviously clips of me crashing out, but like there is the one specific time where I'd lost like 10 sets in a row to Zach,
mhm.
and then I beat him in winners finals like 3-2, and he starts complaining about how Rob Nair's so broken, and like I do the same down air timings, but like he went into it because I thought I would mix up or something like that,
Yeah.
and then he gets back to grands and it like 6-1s me, and then I just
So yeah, you said six. He said 6-1s you.
yeah I am completely crash out because like he is complaining about this when he has like Gates of Hell that does 30% and he kills me at like 0 with electric. It's frame 1 invincible. Even if he messes up the combo and gets Win Godfist on Rob, he's one of the only few characters on DI out. Win Godfist will still combo into electric.
Okay.
So I call it participation award because you don't even have to do it right and it still works. Yeah, and because you're down B frame 5 armor, I just complain about all of this and then yeah, completely justified, I think.
Yeah. But like, do you have plan? Like, is there a plan? Like, do you feel like you can still overcome him like in like a
Well,
full season
this
and
most
be the better
recent
player?
season, it
Yeah.
was like 3-8, and
Mhm.
if you go back like maybe like a year ago ish now, or like 10 months ago, I think at the end of last year, I won like three, I won like 5 of 6 sets in a row. It was after end of an era.
Yeah.
I like just won some TSGs cleanly over him, and then because I'd like realized a few things, and then but now like it's pretty hard. Like he he like probably knows me more than any other player, or he would obviously,
Yeah.
and like specific things that I do, he like punishes more than anyone else. Like the ways that I land, and it's just yeah. Um, like even if I did try, I think he would within a one set he would be probably quick enough to adapt back and try to like punish these. But I still do get like occasional wins on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Because like I suppose like I don't know what you want your future goals to be, right? But like I'm assuming probably one day you know you do probably want to be like first and like in Vic, and then obviously to do that you're gonna have to start beating Zach a bit more consistently, right? But um, I
I
don't know.
was happy to win our like 100 set, but like I don't think I'm at first,
Yeah,
to be honest. Um, I do think like if I had to guess on like the trajectory of what's gonna happen, it's probably gonna be Zach and Angus first and second, and I'll probably just be third consistently.
yeah,
If that's what from this point on, if I had to say what's gonna happen, that's what I would say. Because I think those two are probably more likely to put the effort into like stay up the top rather than me
yeah,
to like try to get back with them, to be honest.
yeah. Okay, no, it's just like end game. We're always in the end game, right? Like like they're just. I know, like we all know, like Rob's kind of broken, right? But like they just optimize their characters so well, though. That's the thing, right? Like that they can they can beat up you all of a sudden now. Like their advantages are so clean that it is pretty difficult unless somehow you're willing to outmatch them, like you know out effort them, which is I don't know kind of impossible. Those guys they do like their Smash Bros.
Well, yeah, I do too, but
Yeah.
I don't. Angus plays like games with brawlers so much. When I'm playing, most of the time I'm not playing Robin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if they like do start to like fall off, they're gonna like try to pick up the pace. Like definitely. I think that's just like the type of the people that they are. Whether I'm sort of like more whatever with it. As long as I don't like fall if I fall off to like 15th and lose to Honk, like I'm absolutely locking in. If I'm just like third, fourth, it's like all right.
Yep.
I've never put like that much effort into like solely improving like VOD reviewing and stuff like that. I've always just sort of just played and improved like that.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Like I say, well, I probably coming to the end here. I suppose, do you have any future plans, like anything, any goals, like any plans in like Smash or like
Probably
elsewhere?
probably murdering Zach.
Okay, all right.
I would like to travel like somewhere.
Like internationally?
Um yeah, like I don't know when that's gonna happen, but I very much do like want to because I think like I don't know how it'd go in Japan, but in like America, I think I could do like pretty well. And it would obviously be cool. Like no matter what happens, it would obviously be like a great experience,
Yeah.
especially if it's like with other Australian people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it would be very cool to get like a good win because I'm like I think I could definitely do it,
Yeah, you
especially
can
if I
see.
get like good matchups for me.
Yeah, I mean, like we've seen like Seb do it, like right.
Yeah, Seb beat Neo. Yeah, yeah,
Neo, you're right. Yeah, like it can happen. Like for sure, especially like yeah in America, like yeah Jdizzle. I mean, like guys got like wins on like everyone. It seems like
yeah.
Kaji. All right, yeah, that's cool. I suppose like yeah, do you have anyone you want to shout out? I suppose anyone that you feel like has been like I don't know maybe a good mentor to you, or they're just good friends, or just like I don't know anyone that you've just missed out like any like yeah anything.
Shout out Jamie for Slim Gaming.
All right, nice. Yep. All right. Anyone
Um,
else?
shout out Biggie Dubs for Hate to See It Fridays.
Oh yes, yes, Biggie Dubs, classic.
Probably just pretty much everyone's already been mentioned, like Zach
Yep.
and Unfezant and Morgan and stuff, who I've been
Mhm.
like closest friends through the whole time with. And even people like Wash and Milkman, who I'm not really close with anymore, but they did like they brought me into the scene like
Mhm.
well, I think. Also, I guess shout out Ravset for creating Stardust, which is like pretty much probably the whole reason I'm even here now.
Okay, that's cool. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Is that all? All right. So
that's
yeah.
it.
Okay. No. No.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Anthony, for having me.
Yeah. No problem. I'm about to say thank you for having you on. Just quickly. Yeah. I mean, we recorded this 4th of September, but to be honest, it might go up towards the end of September because I have to upload another one which I haven't uploaded before this. But I know it'll come out when it comes out. So just wait until then. But I know again, thank you for being on my show. I do have one more guest planned, and then I'm never doing these again. So all right, it is actually quite a bit of effort, but like I really wanted to get like you and Flo and Scobo and the next guest. I wonder who that could be, guys. I wonder who could be in demand to be the last person to be interviewed. But I really did want to get you four to, just look back on, I suppose, like, and just get your thoughts because like it's kind of cool, right? Like, there's so much history. I feel like that's not been recorded and like not been said and insights that people don't know. So again, thank you for being on.
Yeah,
We'll
thanks.
catch everyone else later, and we're gonna go play Silk Song, which comes out in 2.5 hours. So, all right, bye bye.
Yeah.